Give me a second. I'm just gonna turn your mic because for some reason Discord is not letting me instantly put you inside. You know what I mean?
Not sure.
It's okay.
Oh, like can't hear me on stream.
Yeah. All right. This is not gonna be it. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties like always. Don't worry. Everything is Gucci. I mean, it's not, but I love having those at the beginning. You know, people love watching you having technical difficulties at the beginning. I think this is the best thing. All right, guys. So this is gonna be Antonio for today.
Nacho Libre.
Nacho Libre, yes, a man of culture.
Hey, I'll take it, dude.
I mean, Nacho
I'll take
Libre
it, dude.
was amazing. You know, it's funny that Jack Black was playing him, and I'm pretty sure Jack Black is not Mexican at all. I think he's a Jewish something Polish guy. I think in his blood he's some Polish people. You know.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Jack Black is, but he played that role pretty well. It's kind of funny.
You're telling me that Nacho Libre was a real guy? Like, was a real guy?
Oh no, I don't think so. I think it was just like a comedy movie.
So, all right, guys, we are here. The music is a background. Our special guest for today is gonna be Aniki Brach, commonly known by Antonio Torres, and sometimes just Antonia. Now, he probably don't like that because he's no longer RP player, but I'm not gonna change my mind about this. This one thing.
Bunch of bad memories. No, I'm just kidding.
Bad memories.
There was good, and there was
I think like I don't have any bad memories other than you fuck me up with that photo situation with you personally. But other than that,
I wasn't that bad.
It was a lie. It was a motherfucking lie. All right, my man, introduce yourself. Introduce yourself. Go on.
Hello. My name is Aniki. I stream a lot of random variety games. I've been streaming since 2021. Kind of inconsistently though, because sometimes I do. You never know when life kind of. You just gotta focus on life rather than streaming or whatever. Other than that, I just kind of stream whatever. I did RP for a while. I did Dota. I stopped recently because it's in a horrible state.
That's the topic that we're gonna talk about for sure.
The Dota.
Generally, the games you play, but Dota is like. You keep going. We're gonna go to that. We're gonna go to that.
Yeah. I would just consider myself like a variety streamer. I don't really try to do the same thing. I'll have phases, like 1 month I could be doing one thing, the next month I'll be doing something else. And it just keeps going like that, It's kind of like seasons. Yeah. Things come and go, things change, but that's about it.
So most of the people that were in a podcast, they were role-play streamers at some point, or there are now, right now. And, we met in GTA RP because the situation was because you look literally like Bucket's street character, Kai Baguetto. And the entire situation is supposed to be just a meme to piss him off because he was his temper was very short if it comes to to that. But in the end, it resolved that you were a very charismatic person, and like I want to use this opportunity again because we forced Aniki to change how he look, and he never come back to his previous look. And his previous look, he was like, imagine young Enrique Iglesias but hot, and can sing, so something like that. And we fucked him up so bad that he looked like K-pop star, and there's no coming back. His face, it was always something wrong with his face, even if he was trying to fix that. It was no.
Just couldn't go back to it.
Yeah, it was too late with
Even if I
fucking up.
tried to replicate it, I couldn't.
Yeah, I know. So let's start from the beginning. How do you even get to know Pixel and why?
How and why?
Mm-hmm.
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you, I forgot. But what I think I remember was there was like I think I was just like watching like Twitch on my like spare time, that was like my entertainment for a while. Back in I don't know what year it was, but I remember there was a lot of like Twitch rivals things and I was just kind of like bouncing off of those streamers, like
Mm-hmm.
keeping up with them. I can't really remember who. I think this guy Ray C. There was like a Rust event or something, like a Twitch rivals event that I was
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
watching, and I just kind of followed the streamer. And it turns out they were doing GTA RP, and I was like, "Oh, this looks interesting," because everybody has like a
Well,
storyline going on.
you come to GTRP after Racy, like after his character joining the city.
Well, I wouldn't say like he was like the main inspiration,
No, because I was thinking that you were
but
in the GTA before the guy, and that was confusing, for me.
I was in before he was. I
Yeah,
swear he
yeah.
was in RP. I'm not sure,
Like, I
but
mean,
it
a
was just
lot of
like they
people
were all
joined it
doing
recently. All right, so
yeah.
you just was watching that. I was like, okay, this is funny, and you join, yes.
Yeah, like the whole crowd of people that were involved in those
Mm-hmm.
like Twitch rival events. I think a lot of people were doing GTA at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Because people like jump from one thing to another.
Yes, please,
And I
his
said,
face reveal.
yeah, and it was just intriguing to me. I originally wanted to do like development work, like oh maybe I could like work on something on the server, not necessarily to like a work like
Mm-hmm.
um get paid yada yada. I think I just wanted to like
So,
do
so,
something in the community.
so you were like, you talking me about technical things that like, are you capable of making the things for the server and stuff? Like, you know, working with that.
Yeah,
That's
like
interesting because I
I have a
never knew
background in
that.
like 3D. That's about it.
I never knew that. I always was thinking that you're like more hardware guy than software guy. Like you can fix PC by fixing the parts of it, but not soft itself. So that's interesting. So you're like very how you said educated guy. And I
I
sorry,
guess so.
it sounds like oh my god, this guy is smart. But I know that you're smart for sure, but uh, you generally when you look at streamers and you look at people playing those games, there's not a lot of people that have skill set that gonna let them. Oh, I'm gonna quit streaming and I'm just gonna do something else because most of them don't have any skills and anymore. You know,
Oh damn.
I mean that's true.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
let's be
tough.
honest.
That's tough. Yeah, that's why I personally don't like to see streaming as a career option
No,
for
yeah.
me. Like it's just more like
But what if
even
you
though I
make
try to
it?
do it every day, I like to see it as a hobby more
What if
than
you make it?
anything.
What if you like do it and it's gonna succeed and like you're gonna be like fuck it, I'm going deep into that like now. Now
Like
I'm
streaming,
yeah.
I mean, then it is what it is, like I hate saying that line, but I would just commit more time to making more creative streams, more entertaining things rather than just
Mhm.
doing the same thing like probably like you're going to mention sooner or later. I've just been streaming Fortnite for the past month.
Yeah, we need to talk about this too. It's like I mean, my personal take on Fortnite and generally on Roblox and stuff, and it's like I look at this man and it's like, oh, okay, he wasn't streaming for a long time after quitting GTA and was like, he's smart, he has a nice voice, he have all the tools, that need to succeed on this thing, and he's like, and this motherfucker is like, what he's playing? He's playing fucking Fortnite, he's playing Roblox, and I'm like, he start taking drugs again. Like, what's going on?
No, 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 I am clean, dude. I don't do drugs.
Oh,
But
ladies are in chat. Hello, Dark. Yes, yes, that's a Nikki. Yes, he's free too.
hello,
From what
Dory.
I know, he don't have girlfriend. Yes,
How do you know that, man?
I mean
That's
I
a
asked.
mystery.
Okay, it's not really mystery if you think about this because you spending the entire day or sometime
Well,
of
yeah,
it
okay.
working, and then you spending half of your night streaming. if you have a girlfriend, you will be fucking
Damn.
dead, yo. She will fucking murder you. Like, I know that
Yeah, I
for
wouldn't
real.
be streaming. I would be like a normal person. I would have a normal
It
life.
could be. It could be. Uh, so,
Yeah.
so you joined the GTA because of the people that you're watching. The interesting question that I
Yeah,
never
pretty
ask to
much.
other people: how many takes it take for you to get the whitelisted on NoPixel?
How many takes?
No.
I think I was like on my last one, if I'm being honest.
Welcome to the club. I get pretty much fucked 4 times. Like, huh.
Yeah, I didn't really I want to say I really didn't care. I was just confused because I mean, I'm not going to get into the details of what was wrong or whatever, but I'll just say that I was just confused on what to do. And I was just
Mm.
like, you know what? If I don't get accepted, I don't get accepted. Oh, well. Because I didn't really want to, my mind was not really on role playing. I had done role play things in the past,
Oh, right.
not
Okay,
necessarily like
that's the
hardcore.
interesting. That's it. You talking about like serious roleplay or more like you playing
No,
World of
I would just
Warcraft
goof
and
off.
go to Goldshire and this kind of roleplay?
I think it was just like goofy role play, like because me and my friends would play like random online games, and I would just like goof off and try to interact with other people, like
Mm.
just straight up. I mean, you could see it as like, they would be like, "Oh, damn, dude, you're laying out the ass, right?" But I'm just like, because I'm fucking role playing. I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to tell this person my full legal name. I'm just gonna create a character and I'm gonna play this character in the game and just have fun with it.
It's funny
I'm not.
because you have this skill, like your character is not that different than Anthony Torres that you were playing. Like if it comes to your voice is the same, your behavior
Oh
is
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
much the same. I think it's good in some ways because some people when they are self-insert themselves into character and they are fucking dicks, it's like, oh, now I need to deal with him, yeah. And you are like, I guess you are a nice person, and that makes situations like, okay, he's just nice dude, even if he play himself mostly. I'm not saying you are a criminal that to steal cars, and work in the fucking burger shop, but I think that if somebody is nice person that you want to spend time with, it's not gonna be complicated to if they are self-insert character in GTA, and you have this skill. Yeah, I noticed when you play role blogs or anything, uh, when you get damage or when you fall or when you do something, you still make role play noises like And I noticed that a lot of people
Yeah.
that I spend time with, they do that. Like they screaming when they get damaged in the fucking game. That's not role play game. They crying and other things like that. It's like, oh, I guess this is addiction now. They're gonna do it. So,
Yeah, I think I've done that for like a while. Like
oh,
even before No Pixel, I would like mess around in games like that just to have fun. It wasn't necessarily there wasn't a role play. I would bring role play into like non role play environments. Like
so,
I could be playing a random like Call of Duty game and just like
and still making
making up
noises with
lines or
people.
whatever.
But you are not
Yeah,
this role
what?
player that fucks everybody's mommy in Call of Duty or something. Because I know those role
No,
players. Like
I wouldn't consider that role play. I think that's
yeah.
just someone trying to be mean.
I don't know. Like sometimes you need to question your mom after those games. Like those guys were saying nasty things. We need to talk. Because too many of them saying that fuck you. So you saying that you were so there was nothing serious. So there was no D&D, for example,
No, never.
no World of Warcraft server or anything like that. Nothing like that.
No, none of that.
So it's
Um,
pretty impressive to be honest that you just come from it and it was like natural for you to do it.
I think it started off with like me taking like Uber rides back in college.
Mm-hmm.
Like every now and then, I would take like an Uber, like back home, right? Like if I
You're
had a
still in
really long
Mexico.
class and there was like no
Mm-hmm.
buses or anything, I was just like, so I wasn't driving,
Okay.
and I was like, let me just get an Uber. And sometimes the Uber drivers would get too personal, right? It wasn't all the time. Sometimes they would just get too personal, and I
Mm.
didn't really like, well, why am I gonna leak my whole life to this person? I don't know this person, so I would just come up with random lies, like, oh, what are you studying? Like, I'm being like a space engineer or something, like just random stuff. I would just mess with them. because I'm never gonna see this person again. Like most of the time, you know.
I mean, if that was in Mexico, you can role play border agent that's looking for people that run and
Oh my
look for
god.
their reaction, I
Duh.
guess. you
Yeah,
you were
Mexico. I
taking
don't know.
because you're talking back at home. So you were in Mexico,
No,
but
no. I was not in Mexico.
not in
Back
Mexico.
home, I was in the States. I've been in the States like my whole life.
So if I say to you like "Viva la raza," it's not gonna like
I
get well
personally
with
wouldn't
you.
get offended. No.
I mean, it's nothing offended because I think it's about people that travel from Mexico. Like, this is like the description of Proud Warriors, pretty much, because it was the thing that Eddie Guerrero say, the wrestler too. Like, they were proud about this. It was like, I was thinking that's like racist thing to saying, "Oh, my race is better" or something.
Nah. Um,
But
unless you mean like
you are not like you're not first. How you say it? First generation.
yeah, I am first
You're
gen.
first generation. All right, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Like I always were thinking that you were like all my jokes that about border patrol was coming from this that you traveled from Mexico not long ago and you were like now here. And the entire joke was all about legality of your stay
No,
here.
I didn't cross the border. My parents
Sad story.
did, but I
I
mean,
mean,
I have a good like.
for you,
I
it's
mean,
no problem because you're legal now. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm legal. I don't have to fear
mm.
the border or anything. I'm grateful for that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, kind of
But
fucking stress every single day about thinking about it.
yeah, like I mean, I remember my parents talking to me about their stories, like crossing the border and all that. Um, my grandparents and all that, like their stories. It's kind of crazy how like at least my family's generation is just kind of like barely coming out of the woodworks,
Hmm.
sort of say, you know, like
So
because I think
you're like crazy upgrades to that if we look how skillful you are, and how high you get if it comes to the things you can do, like about PCs and stuff. It's like if you think about your parents crossing the border to get you better life, like they succeed
yeah,
for sure. They like you.
yeah, that's kind of what most like immigrant families. I want to say what most immigrant families do. I wouldn't say all, but
Mm.
who knows, you know? But I think it's just seeking a better life and opportunity for themselves or their kids, even, you know, like for a future generation to kind of have better opportunities. Because in Mexico, I mean, it's not to say like it would be a bad life, you know, because you could find happiness anywhere, honestly. But
I
it's just
guess
more
so,
like the opportunities, you know, the opportunities financially and all that. So like they don't want to see their kids growing up with the same hardships they went through, you know.
but
Like if my parents went through hardships, they don't want to have their kids go through the same hardships, you know.
so
So some of them just
compare
want to
because
cross and
my knowledge about generally about how bad it is in Mexico and stuff is like more like I know from hearing something, so it's nothing. So how bad compare to USA the Mexico is? Because right now United States are not that great if it comes to like in 80s 90s the USA was the place to go. Like it was like, oh, we need to go there. This is the
yeah,
dreamland. But now it's like if you ask anybody in Europe if they want to go to USA, it's like for vacation, because nobody considers like
yeah,
the destiny to go.
yeah,
Australia,
it's
New
all
Zealand,
different.
Canada, Switzerland and stuff, but not USA. USA no longer is like this amazing fruit that you want to grab it.
It's not the fantasy land anymore.
No, no, it's not at all.
Yeah, definitely. Like someone wanting to move to like one of the popular, I would want to say like four popular states in the US is like New York, Florida, Texas, and California. And a lot of those like rent prices and all that is going to be insane. It's not to say that you can't find housing, but like you gotta be financially like ready or stable to try to live in the states. I would
Yeah,
say
you can
like
go poor
if you're
and
involved with
become
any,
rich instantly.
yeah, because a lot of these places are like it all scales with like technology and jobs and all that. You know, like they create these, like, I don't even know, like they create these counties, or just they make the whole state like really expensive, because there's a lot of jobs in those states and there's a lot of people in those states too. Everything just goes up, like
Yeah, I think
the
that's
cost of living,
one thing that
wages.
GTA get right about like No Pixel generally, that your entire life gonna be a grind to somebody else. Pretty much when you go to California, for example. And there's not enough homeless in GTA. That's for sure, comparing to California.
Oh
Like,
yeah, definitely not. It's like, it's, I don't know.
I'm
I
pretty
really don't
sure.
know how the situation is right now. I just know I've watched like YouTube videos of people going to like different places around California, or even like different like states,
Mm-hmm.
and like the whole drug thing and homelessness thing is kind of wild. And the economy thing, it all kind of scales back to like, it's like, I don't think it's just one thing that is affecting, like, I don't want to call it the downfall, but like the bad state that the place is in. There's just like a lot of things: drugs, economy, jobs, all
That
that,
that's the thing, because when we like in 2022, I think it was, when we were still both in GTA, and we have those stocks when we were like doing absolutely nothing in Burger Shot. You were saying the situations like that. Oh, you hear shooting outside, and in my mind it was like GTA, but you tell me that that was like kind of in your head, and I was like, oh, so he's for sure from Mexico, like, and I was like, now you're telling me that you were not there, but there was shooting. So what, Detroit, like your previous place that you were living was like Detroit or something?
I had lived in some like bad areas before, yeah,
See, that's
like where the
interesting.
violence was insane. Like, I don't know though, like, cause I mean, I never physically saw anyone get hurt. Like the gunshots could sound like close or something, but it could be someone who got shot, like, I don't know, a couple of streets away.
I mean, you can assume if somebody's shooting, somebody receiving that bullet. you know,
I'm just like, hey, like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
that was crazy concept for me,
It's nice to get out though.
and your behavior was even worse, because your behavior, like normal person, when they hear gunshots, is like,
They would get scared,
yeah,
yeah.
and you were like, oh, a Monday, I guess. Okay, Monday shooting, and you like, scratch it in calendar or something. I was like, okay, it happens. I was like, this guy's for sure from Mexico, and it's like drug dealers just going left and right, and they shooting each other, and he's just, oh, okay, it's fine.
I think it's just like in bad areas where people get used to it. It's not like all of it.
So
Like, I don't think there's
you
violence in all
experience
of
that
Mexico.
from a young age, if you get used to that, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
It's when I was
crazy.
really young,
That's
lived
crazy.
in like a really bad area.
It's
And
interesting that you don't become one of those.
yeah,
Like
pretty
those
much.
people.
It's like, I think I can thank my parents for that, because they would always like kind of tell me and my other siblings like, yo, like they would actually sit us down like on a random day. It was like a random day. They would just pull us aside and be like, yo, we need to talk. Don't be involved in all of this. This, like, drugs are bad. They will not do good for you. Gangs, violence,
Mm,
etc. Or even like talk to us about shortcuts in life, like people who want to start gaining money for whatever reason, like, oh, you want to buy that game, just don't start taking shortcuts. You might be like influenced from streets
you
or
know.
people at school. So I
So
can
by that,
thank
you're
my
telling
parents
me
for
that
that.
you are not in United States Federal Witness Protection Program. Like you are not like, you don't come
No,
from Mexico as the giant criminal king,
no.
cartel king, and you are just role playing that you are like
I'm just
just.
no, I'm just like a random
I
person,
mean,
dude.
my man, think about this. Is like you say you're role playing in the past, so you're role playing,
Yeah.
and the guy from Witness program tell me that I need to change my name now. I'm gonna be Antony now, Antony Torres, and I'm like normal guy that doing science thing and stuff, and I'm totally not from Mexico, and I never deal drugs. It's like I don't know, Antony. It sounds interesting.
Nah, never,
Never.
never, never, never dealt with
And there's no FBI
drugs.
agents standing behind you telling you to say that.
No, no, sir. Never.
Good, good. At least we know that
I
guy.
wouldn't. I personally wouldn't be involved in all that because I just feel like, first of all, like I've seen too many movies about like crime and
Mm.
shit never goes well for like the guy who's
They
doing
always
it.
get them. You know, you get this
They
witness
always get
protection.
them.
They always get
If
them. They always
if they
get them.
don't get you, you're dead. You know.
No.
If the police don't get you, like the bad guys get you.
Yeah,
It's like I
it's
wouldn't. I
like
would never want to be involved in that personally.
there's always that. Like they live for 20 years, like absolutely okay, have family and stuff, and
Yeah,
then they get them. It's like because they make one
exactly.
mistake or something, and it's like you're getting fucked pretty much. It's like that's
Like out of
crazy.
their whole lifespan, they could have like 10 good years, and then it's over. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like it's over. You're either in jail for life or you're dead. What
Mm-hmm.
was like what you did all that just to live 10 good years and like putting your family at risk if you even had a family? You know,
Yeah, exactly. That's
it's
like
just horrible.
why even doing this if there's gonna be repercussion from that instantly probably.
Yeah, like
Um,
I mean, to each their own, but I personally wouldn't want to be involved in all that.
I mean, you know, from your calm demeanor, if it comes to GTA and crime, I think it would be good. Like, I think it would be like, uh, I don't know if there's in
Life
your,
is a game.
I don't know if there's a in your blood, like per se in your past. Is there more like Aztecan blood or Mayans? You know what origin you have there, but both of those
I
dudes
really
were
wouldn't
kind of
know.
violent and kind of like they were playing football with human heads. You know, so.
I don't. I don't know
uh,
about any of that. Like I
But
personally
you
just don't
are you
know.
like soccer though? So do you like
So I
soccer?
like soccer. I was never really into sports, if I'm being completely honest with you. I
That's
kind of
interesting
just
for
played
the
them
man
because my
that 6'4" or something like that. That's a very interesting concept, you know. Like,
look. My parents just kind of like put me on like oh you should do sports, and I'm like I was always a gamer, you know, like I was always a gamer. Like it's up until like recently, like the recent years where I've been really like reflecting and grateful for my parents because it's like my parents were not in a financial situation to like buy us game
yeah,
consoles
make
because
you
I
a
was looking at the
gamer.
prices, right?
Yes.
Like I was looking at the prices of how much things costed back then, and I'm like, wow, yeah, my parents did not need to buy us game consoles or even video games because holy hell, like
You
I would
just
say they
unlock
invested
another
a lot.
information for us. Like you were saying that there's not gonna be a lot of answers for private questions, but now you're telling me that you are not the single child.
Oh no, I got a big family. That's
Like really
how
big.
a
Like
lot of yeah, a lot of like I wouldn't say all of them, but a lot of like Latino families have like pretty big
yeah,
families.
I think
I
they're
have
like
like 30
very
uncles.
oriented
No,
if
I'm
it
just kidding.
comes to. I think no, I think you're right because if it comes to Latino families, they're oriented about community and people around them. Like they are like very open
Yeah.
to people around them. Like
I
I
guess it
think
would
this is
depend
great
like what
too.
families, you know, like 'cause there is small families. There is small families like my uncle only has 2 kids, things like that, you know, like they don't have like insanely big families.
You
Um
ever visit your family in Mexico?
yeah, I have. I've been meaning to visit them because I mean they're getting older, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't want to like have that in my head. Like, what if they pass away and I just never visited them, you know?
Yeah,
So I have
that's
been
nice
meaning to
approach
like go
too.
back. But yeah, I have visited them like a couple of times in like my upbringing, you know, like since I was a kid to like middle aged and in high school, I visited them.
All right, so I mean, you see them, like at least you see them, you know who they are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Mm.
know who they are. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, some people do that, that they live in country and they never visit the family ever again, you know. Like we all have
that
those
is true.
stories about, like in Poland, you have this story that you have this rich uncle in America or something, you know. Like you
Oh
don't, but
damn.
you know,
There
it's
is people like that, believe it or not. Like,
yeah.
there is families like that in Mexico, at least like where the village my parents are from.
Mm.
Like, someone gets the opportunity to go to the States, right, for a better
Hmm.
life, make some money or whatever. They're not asking for anything, but it's like they just kind of disappear. Like they never contact them back.
I mean,
Like,
I will not blame them. Like if you live in the country that you're constantly getting stress and you are like constantly afraid of
yeah,
leaving, you don't want to think about this anymore. And the thing is, like, I'm pretty sure if you become rich in states, like I'm talking about rich, and you want to go back to Mexico to visit, there's a risk that somebody gonna want some money from you, and not in the way that family you help your family. I mean, you getting kidnapped and people have want ransom from you, from your
It would
family.
depend. You'd have to be like a really important person, you know.
You don't think if you have like few millions on account, no crazy person gonna kidnap you if they know
I
that
don't.
you're
I
like.
personally don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like all the like bad people are kind of like in their own world, you know. Like they're fighting their own war. Like bad people are fighting other bad people.
You think so?
I'm not gonna. Yeah, like most of the time, because I don't know, man. Like yes, there is like civilian casualties here and there, right? But it's usually from like random people, like small groups. But like the
Mm-hmm.
big groups, like the big organized crime groups, they got like bigger fish to fry, you know.
The interesting thing few months ago, not even months, like I think 1 month ago, was like Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, passed away. And
Oh yeah,
from the news, there was information that cartels in Mexico ceasefire on each other on that day.
yeah. I don't
That's
know. I don't know if they
that's.
actually did.
I mean, probably not everybody, not everybody care, but it's interesting because I hear the anime is a big part of Mexican culture too, and that's
There's a
interesting.
lot of lore to it, man. Like
Uh,
I remember looking it up, the history when I was in college. Um, I kind of forget what happened, but there was like Japanese migrants to Mexico. Like there's a Japan town in Mexico, I believe. Like there's a lot of Japanese Mexican mixed people out there.
mhm,
And to me that's interesting. There's also like German roots in Mexico as well. Like that's why Mexican music, they have their polka, which
mhm,
sounds
mhm.
similar to German music. To me all that stuff is fascinating, like cultures, how they mix and just
Interesting
like
fact, I think polka it's
spread.
not connected to Poland in any way other than name. I don't
Just
think.
the name.
Yeah, I don't think polka is a Polish thing. Like I'm pretty sure. I think it was maybe a joke towards Polish people, but
Yeah, who knows?
one
But
of
it's just
many.
like folk music, right? Like
No,
I think it's called folk, but it's like originally it was like the polka style of music.
no.
But yeah, like I guess someone took an accordion to Mexico and Mexican natives just said, you know what, we'll run with this idea.
Do they ever
And
tell you that you are more mature than your age is? Like, do somebody tell you that? Other than me, of course.
yeah, like since I was like a kid, to be honest. And I don't like that.
I mean,
Like
that's
people will
that's
be
the
like,
thing. Like,
man, why are you thinking about that?
that's the thing because you are much younger than me. But when I talk to you, it's like, and I ask you some questions that people in your age generally don't have a clue about. You always have like at least some kind of knowledge about the topic. You sound like the person that you have a lot of knowledge, not really necessary knowledge that's going to keep you alive, but you have a lot of knowledge from different topics. So it's easy to talk to you about a lot of topics because you can keep conversation going. Like you know. I think this is like I will not call this street smart, but it's like you
I
can.
just have a lot of random information, but
Yeah,
the
yeah.
quality of it could be like deteriorated, you know?
Yeah, but in my opinion, from what I know you and how long we talk about many things, it's like you can keep up conversation even if you don't know a lot because you know some things that gonna make the thing going. Like still, it's like
Yeah.
I will never believe you that you're your age. Like when you're 25 right now, yes, 25.
Nah, I'm not leaking.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
I would like to invoke my Fifth Amendment right
all
here.
right, but you are younger than Antonio Torres.
I don't know how old he is, honestly.
Antonio Torres 27. Come on, know
He's
your lore.
27.
Yeah, know your
Damn,
lore.
I don't
Jesus.
know, bro. I just put in random numbers. I was just like,
Wow. See,
I was
guys,
like,
he don't
yeah,
care
this
about
this
his
guy
own
looks good.
character. Um, okay, let's assume
Yeah, I
I say
really didn't.
25. That's young person. That's very young person, and you don't sound and behave like those uh SoundCloud rappers scratching their balls. You know.
like mumbling.
Yeah, for example, this kind of
I think
conversation.
that's like drug. I think that's the drug abuse, though,
I think that's
or who knows?
e-cigarettes and what kids taking to be sharp. There's this drug that they take in USA that keep
To
them
be
sharp.
sharp,
Yeah. That when they study, they take it. Adderall, I think.
Adderall,
I think it's
a study
combination
drug.
of those like e-cigarettes and Adderall together, make them sound like that.
No, I don't even know, dude. I don't know what like younger generation does these days. All I know is about like the vapes. That's about it. But every generation changes, because like I feel like I'm getting to me. What is funny is I remember when I was young, I was like, I remember some like old guy telling me, well, at the time it was some older guy, and I was like, I was probably in elementary school, and some older guy's like, oh, back in my day. And I was like, I'm never gonna be like this guy saying back in my day, I used to do this and that. And I feel like I'm in that stage right now in
Yeah, me
life.
too. I look
It's too
on
young. Like,
I look on the kids on the street and I'm getting upset that they don't going, when I'm going forward and they don't moving away from my way. I'm getting like those kids those days. They're like
yeah, it's
motherfuckers.
funny. It's like a cycle, right? Like it's gonna.
Jesus
I'm
fucking
pretty
Christ.
sure that generation too is probably mad that we're saying the same thing, but they're probably gonna say the same thing to like even
I
younger generations.
I have no like when I look on the generation people 10 years younger than me in Poland, I have no hope on my future now. Those people are so fucking stupid that I
Oh
don't
my
know
god.
how, like I know that I'm not the brightest tool in the shed. I know. But I look at them and it's like those guys probably eat crayons at breakfast. I'm pretty sure. It's like
Well, what do you see in them like that makes them? What do you see in them that you think makes them like dumb?
sometimes when you're walking on the you're like walking and you hear kids in front of you talking about topics.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
like the knowledge that they have, like, when I was growing up, because I'm like 35. So when I was growing
Hmm.
up, the internet started going in, the phones started going in. So I have like those old phones. So you still need to, if you want to find a friend, you need to go and find him. You need to know that he's gonna be in the house, and you need to scream or knock his door to find him.
Yeah,
And
you gotta.
if you are in the school and you want to get some knowledge, you need to go to a fucking library and find that knowledge in book.
Yeah,
You need to really make it. You need to want it to find it. And now it's like, if I don't know something, I whip my phone and it's like, okay, let's. What the fuck is this? And I find it in 3 seconds, and I know now. And those kids
yeah,
like have all that knowledge that let's be honest, internet lies sometimes, but they have all that knowledge and all that skills to check it what's right, what's wrong, what's real, what's not. And they are like, just go on the fucking TikTok or Insta stories. I don't know what's hype right now. And they're like, oh,
yeah,
this guy saying this, it must be true. And it's like nobody checking anything. It's like, it must be
yeah.
true.
That is the danger of the internet. Like,
It's so scary.
it's it's overpopulated with like this is fun, like because it played this game called Metal Gear Solid 2, right? Back in like 2000 something, 2005, 6. And that game
Mm,
was ahead of its time. It was talking about that same issue about how there will be a point in time where the internet is going to be like it's in such an unfiltered state, right? Like anyone can publish anything and whatnot without even fact checking it.
yeah.
So we're kind of like rewriting our history without wanting to. And they created this AI that was like, you know what? We're gonna create context, and you know how Twitter or X has what do they have? Community notes or whatever to verify if something's true or not.
Really, they I know, I don't know
Like, but
that.
even then, it's a person who's verifying it.
But,
Like we as a people
so
don't know.
nobody gonna do it. Like still, it's like if somebody's stupid, gonna verify that, it's still gonna be like
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Well, in the game, like the AI is in charge of they pretty much control the world because they're
Mhm.
controlling all the information, what gets in and what gets out. Like all right, this post is a lie, just don't publish. And it's like a weird dystopian thing. But
It's
I
funny. It's
think
funny
people in this
comparison.
generation definitely do fear that. Like, what is real, what isn't, and what do we do about it?
But it feels like they don't speak the truth. They just accepting like
Oh yeah,
let's say I have, for example, the good example. You know guy Hassan, the streamer
Hassan,
Hassan, the
the
guy.
political guy.
Yeah. This guy is
Yeah,
so
yeah.
fucking stupid that he's like a fucking concrete. When he's talking about politics, and I'm looking at him, it's like I remember when he was talking about Eastern Europe and he was talking about socialist programs, and so I was like, motherfucker, you don't even scratch the surface or what happened in those countries under the Russian boot. Like you don't even know how bad the situation was. And and this guy, people believe him, and there's two things that they believe him. He's handsome, he's a very good looking guy, and his voice is amazing. So when people look at him, it's like, okay, he's good looking, he's handsome, a lot of people watch him, that must be true. Nobody fact check
That's got to
him.
be true.
Nobody fact check him. Like, it's funny because the other guy, Destiny, he checking him and is like, and Destiny is wrong about some topics too because they don't live in Europe. So the concept of them is like they're reading from something and it's like, oh, okay. They don't have physical experience of living here. They don't have parents that go through that shit and that experience that.
Oh
And,
yeah, yeah.
and it's like sometimes I'm watching those things like, and kids will listen to him, like kids that are 16 and less, and it's like no, not a single child gonna fact check him because they're like, this is my god, I'm praising him now. It's like, motherfuckers, that pissed me so much. Like inside, it's like, I don't know. I think
That is something interesting. Like trying to speak on something that you're not involved with. You know, like
no.
like you mentioned someone who's just reading like a random article they found, and they're like, oh, you give me like they're already if they're getting misinformed, and now they're misinforming even more. You know,
And
like there's
it's
this one thing that we used to do in I had a communications class in college, and it was like a little game where it's like, all right, we're gonna tell you a word, right, or a phrase, a
mm-hmm,
sentence. The teacher lines up a bunch of students, they tell them a sentence, and the person has to pass that sentence on to the person behind them, right?
mm-hmm.
And by the time you get to the end, it was a completely different sentence, and
It's
it's kind of
called
like
deaf phone in Poland, like the deaf phone.
deaf
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 phone.
phone.
Yeah, so it's like you giving information to another person, but and like the
It's
inform.
always just rearranged.
Yeah, it's completely. Sometimes it's a completely different thing. You're absolutely right
Yeah,
about this. So your parents are like in like 60s, 50s, something like that, probably.
yeah, yeah.
How they dealing with it? Like how they do they ask you questions about something, or how they deal with that? Like with this,
Deal with what?
how to find the
Like,
right information for themselves, like the true information. Do you notice how they do
um,
that?
well, I don't even know if they're looking for anything specifically, you know? Like, I don't think they're ever browsing, like, the net. I mean, they do have access, you know? They
Mm-hmm.
do every now and then, like, look up a random, like, video, like, how to do this, you know? How to make this sauce that this other person made because I want to try it out.
No, I
But
see. Okay, that's so. And
I don't think they get too involved in, like,
they don't go
crazy
into the
politics.
dangerous areas. They just okay. They're using
Yeah.
internet. All right, that's so smart.
I don't think they go into, like, just the odd talks, you know? Which I'm thankful for too. Is like,
Yeah,
man, that would be scary if they're like, "Son, have you seen this?" Like, no, they're not like Facebook parents who
you
spam random shit on the internet. They're not those people.
you know how what would be funny for I guess for your parents, if because your origin is Mexico and stuff. If your parents were like listen to internet and start voting for Trump, for example, I think it would be like very interesting concept to see.
Well, there is people who do that, believe it or not. Like there is like there was a whole movement at one point, like Latinos for Trump.
Really.
And I personally don't get involved in politics. Like I really don't know what's
So you
good,
don't
what's
vote then?
bad.
You don't vote?
All I know is that yeah, I don't.
Oh, that's I think that's bad. I think that's
Because
bad that you don't.
yeah, but you know what? I don't like the political system in the sense of like you're always picking from the lesser evil,
Oh, it
which is
feels
like
like that. Yeah, absolutely.
it
Yeah.
feels like that personally.
Yeah.
So it's like I'd rather not. You're always picking from the lesser evil. It's uh, like I think there needs to be like a restructuring, or we need to get like I would say I'm not asking for like brand new, fresh face, like barely turned 35 president, but we definitely do need someone with more fresher ideas.
I'm pretty sure that I think it doesn't really matter what party you are like thing, but I think like we shouldn't choose people that are fucking 70 plus. Those
Yeah.
people wake up and they don't know where they are most of the time. I don't think that.
Yeah.
I think it, like when you have a driver license, there's a limit. I don't know if it's USA is the limit, but in Poland is the limit that you need to get tested if you're able to fucking do it still. Like if you prove that you can do it, then next year you need to prove it again. It's like pretty much testing you
That is interesting.
because it's like motherfucker, you are 80. You could drive and you could be good still at it because it could be muscle memory and you just go to the church and back, so you are not dangerous. But uh, they testing you and they checking if you're like, okay, are you still capable of driving that killing machine or you're not?
I mean, that's good if they're testing them, rather than just like, hey, until something happens, then we take
No.
action.
It's crazy in that they do that for things like this, but they don't do that like the things like fucking politics. Like we both know that when you are like getting old, your brain is not good anymore. At some point, you are the wisest you're gonna be because you just resolve things differently than the young person that is very very angry
Yeah.
about everything. But uh, at some point, your brain is not working very well. You only see one option because entire life you see one option and you are too tired to understand the next option, and you are just not there. And like for example Biden, like when I don't know a lot about politics, but now I watch the clips about him when he's say sentence and then he's like and it's like, you speak like me, you speak like my English. The fuck was just happening.
Yeah. Like skipping, like just, I wouldn't call it stuttering, but just kind of like you're just skipping words, like,
He become
like
like a
the words
scatman
don't
in
come to
some
you.
place, like welcome to the scatman one, beep popo.
Yeah.
The guy is crazy. Like,
Yeah. I'm not sure. Like, I have seen like videos of like politicians or like people in like high stake positions in the political world, like just being straight up nonverbal, like unresponsive, like on the stage. I don't know like what this one guy was. I think he was like a treasurer of something. There's a video of some guy who
mhm,
was like literally having a damn like, I think he was having a stroke. Like he was just up there, like they called him to the stage to like
mhm.
talk on the mic,
Oh yeah, I remember the
and he
guy.
was just
The
like,
guy with glasses.
yeah, he was just
I
like staring
remember.
down the crowd, like he was literally having a stroke. And it's like,
Uh,
bro, these people like need to like be retired, man. Like they should not
from
be.
what I know, he's retiring in this year or something. I hear
Well, that's
the.
good. But it's like it needs to be like, why does it have to get to that point?
I mean, I'm gonna
Why
be
does it have
honest
to
with
get to
you.
that
When
point?
when when we were playing GTRP and a bunch of grinders come to Burger Shot, I have those moments like him, but I was literally like I was crying inside pretty much. I was standing
You're
there
just
not
having a
talking.
stroke.
Yeah, like just a little bit of aneurysm, here and there.
Oh man, that's me with Dota, man. Like I'll just be so confused sometimes. With
That's
like,
that's the interesting part.
some people
Why
are.
why you choosing the game that have extremely bad community of people that hate each other and they will spit on each other if they can, in the system that you get random players that could be extremely trash or leave the game, and you're still doing that? Why are you doing this? Do you like pain?
I think Dota definitely has, at least they're in higher ranks a little bit. I mean, they're all. My mind's changed with Dota, okay, but I think back in the day when it was in its prime, there was definitely a lot of bright minds playing that game, okay, because it's like playing chess. That's how I used to see it. I was like, this game's complicated. There's a lot of moving factors in it. I mean, there still is, right? But it's just some people are just confusing because it's like they don't grasp the simple things in the game. But you can't
I
really be too
understand
mad
how
about
you're
it.
saying that, but I don't think in a lot of chess tournaments people fucking my mom, or when they win they
No,
say
yeah,
GG
yeah.
easy in the end.
See, that's like the toxic community. Like that's just toxic people. I wasn't look, I'm only toxic on stream, okay?
That's
Playing that
interesting
game.
because I raid you randomly a few times, and every time I raid you, you are like on this angry rant, and I was like, sometimes I open your Twitch before I raid you, and I hear like an entire sentence go, "You are going on fire." I was like, "Oh, this is great time to raid him, and this is gonna be this guy is going wild." Alright.
There is sometimes like off stream where I'll be playing, I'll be like, okay, this guy's fucking stupid. But like to take it to that level of like actually like physically yelling. Not really. That it'll be all like really internalized, you know, like, oh yeah, this guy's fucking brain dead. Something like that will cross my mind, you know.
Do you ever
But
punch your desk or punch the hole through the
oh
wall?
yeah, hell yeah, I have. I've broken my monitor. I was playing a game
For
with
real? Okay.
I was playing it. Actually, this was recently. Like, well, not recently. This was a couple months back. I was playing a game with Bountiful,
Oh,
and
okay. Yeah, right.
we were having just bad games back to back,
And
and I just got so
I
fucking
assume
done with the game.
he wasn't carrying you.
He wasn't carrying me, man,
All right.
and
That
I
sounds
was.
accurate.
I don't blame him. I don't. I'm not actually blaming him. It's all a
Guys,
joke. It's all
clip
like
that, but take that part that he's not blaming him. You know,
it's all banter. It's all jokes.
take that
But
part that he's saying he's not blaming him. No,
wow, you're literally
I'm farming
someone to
views.
blame for misinformation, man.
Yes, I mean
You're talking about misinformation.
that's how you're getting views. You know, you just put the spicy parts. You know,
But yeah, I think Bounty's a great guy personally.
he
He's a
is.
fun guy. And
He's the guy that born in very wrong country, because if he born in different one, he will be like very successful guy. Like he's very smart guy.
yeah, he's smart, funny, attractive. No, I'm
He's
just
balding
okay.
like
I'm
me.
not.
He's balding like me. If you see his picture
Is he?
ever, he's gonna look like a stronger, bigger version of me. Like
Oh
pretty
damn.
much. He was like, he sent the picture one time. It's like, we are brothers, and like I look at him like, yeah, but you look more scary than me. Like you look like you can fuck somebody up.
I
Like
don't think I've seen Bounty, but no, he's a chill guy. Uh,
he's extremely chill guy.
but yeah, we were just playing Dota one day, um, and we were just having bad games, and I just got pissed off. Like I don't know what got into me, but I just ended up fucking punching my monitor, and like half of it, it was still working, right? But
Mm-hmm.
there was like a line down on the monitor, and when I would put my finger on it, like the entire left side of the screen would just like turn off, and the right side was on, and I was just like, all right, let me just. I can't play games for a while. I need to like, I need to just take a break from Dota.
Funny thing, I did the same thing when I was playing ranked in League of Legends. I destroyed my keyboard. I punched it so hard
Oh
that
man,
I disconnected keys from the keyboard in that way that you can press them back, you know. And I stopped playing that game. I was like, this is too expensive.
yeah, yeah. It is definitely a dumb thing to do. Don't get me wrong. I don't know why I did it because it's like it's not something that I really do. Like throwing shit. Like it's not really in my nature, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it was like the content brain getting to me, where I was just like, oh, let me do this shit for. I wasn't even streaming, dude. It was just off stream, me and and Bounty playing, and I just broke my fucking monitor for some reason. I don't know why.
Do you were on the voice chat? Do you were like talking or something? Do you like Discord?
Uh, I don't think we were. I think we were just Steam messaging.
I'm pretty sure he will be like fucking lose his
I
marbles when he
did tell
hears
him though.
that.
He's like, "Why'd you leave?" I was like, "I broke my monitor. I can't play." And I think he saw the message like way later, and he's like, "Oh."
This is so funny to see like
He's
like
like, "You don't
that.
believe in my gameplay." We were just like fucking
This
around.
is the worst thing to say to somebody that's angry. It's like, you don't believe in my gameplay.
Yeah, it was just we were just fucking around, and we ended up redeeming ourselves when we played a game. But Dota is
No,
like
you shouldn't play it. You shouldn't play
low
Dota.
rank Dota is unpredictable. It can be entertaining for that reason. I think that's why I streamed it for so long because it's
Mhm.
entertaining in the low ranks. It's
The,
not fun,
the
but it's
thing is, like,
entertaining because so much wild shit happens there.
to get recognition in Dota, League of Legends, or games like this, like Fortnite even, you need to be on the top of the food chain. You need to slap asses. Because
Oh yeah, if you want to climb out, you got to play the carry because
how
if
good
you
you
know
are,
how to
you
play
think?
carry, it's easy.
How good you are, you think? Like in those games,
And carry,
like I know you don't play in rankeds, but if you looking at yourself, like on your own skills, how good you are as the player on in those games.
in Dota, I'm definitely washed. I used
Yeah.
to be higher rank when I was like high school, college
Do you
kid.
ever thinking you can go like professional?
Yeah, I really wanted to play pro when I was younger. Like
Interesting.
that was my big dream, you know.
You're too old for that now. You could be a trainer, but you know. It's funny because
Uh,
people that are
I don't
like
know.
20 something, they're considered old in esport.
Yeah, they
That's
are. But it's
that's
like,
crazy.
I don't know. Like, I wouldn't necessarily disqualify someone, from playing professionally just because of their age, unless it really shows,
But and you don't saying that because you're old too. For an esport player.
Not necessarily.
All right.
I'm just saying, like, I've seen older people play in competitions. They're like 30 and stuff, and they're still doing really well. Like, they're keeping up with some of the younger people. It's more about lasting, right? I guess is that like kind of what you're saying? Like, I mean, yeah, you can. I mean, I don't know. I think they can be in the pro scene, but I think you might be thinking of more of how long are they gonna last? Like short
Mm-hmm.
lived pro career, right? Like, let's say I go pro at 30. Once I start going to like 33 and all that, like testosterone levels start dropping, etc.
I think
Like
I think
life just starts happening,
I think testosterone is not really helping you in the games. I don't think so,
No,
because
I'm just saying, like in general, like your body starts slowing down,
yeah, it's like fucking collapsing.
reaction times, etc.
The thing
Yeah,
is, like, you can look on Doctor Disrespect, and this guy is like 40 something, I think now, and this guy is still decent. He's, don't get me wrong, he's not like I think a lot of people, when they see him in the game and they need to fight against him, they're getting this, oh my god, he's good, even if he's not, and that's already already boost of
yeah, yeah,
his skill for them. So they are like, oh my god, he's much better than me. You know, I notice that a lot. Like the people that are like have this reputation, they are good. They are not exactly the perfect, but because you
yeah,
have assumptions they're gonna destroy you in a few seconds, they fuck you up because you're playing worse than them, because you make your plays worse.
yeah. Like the thing is, like younger people will always be if they get like actually into whatever it is, games or even careers, etc. They're always going to be more I would say skilled or agile if they really dedicate,
Mm-hmm.
not just some random like Timmy who picks up the game and tries to like compete with you. But I'm talking about if they have more free time, they have more energy and all that, to just commit to really be good at something.
Oh yeah,
It's like
yeah,
sports. It's like
pretty much.
sports, like all that stuff. Like the younger, the better,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they
but it feels like, when you're like, for example, if it comes to soccer, there was a goalkeeper called Khan. He was 40, and he was still playing professional, like in the German clubs and stuff, and he was good. He wasn't like bad.
yeah,
And I don't think the esports is like that. I think in the normal sport, your body is more important than your brain, you know, because
yeah.
the thing is repetitive, so
They
you
have more
can,
physical training and
no,
experience compared to someone who's like utilizing their brain more than anything.
no.
Like you got to be like on cognitive function medication or something to like try to keep up, or a lot of stimulants.
And
Sometimes that's how I feel. Like I'll be playing a game and I'm just like I just won't be able to like lock in. Like that does happen to me already. Like I'll be playing like for example Fortnite and I just won't have like I just won't be able to like get into the groove of like I'm going to do really good.
mhm.
Cuz I can, but it's just like sometimes I just can't. I don't have like the motivation, I don't know what it is, man.
I mean, I was watching. You're a decent. I don't know a lot about Fortnite thing because I hate it, but
Why
from
do you
your,
hate it?
because I think the Fortnite as the game suck every single thing in just for money. Like they suck Marvel, they suck
Oh, they're
Dragon
making
Ball.
a metaverse. That's
Yes, I
why.
hate that because it literally they did it for a money, and every single fucking company just, oh, let's do that, let's do that. Like they thinking they advertise themselves in Fortnite. Instead, they advertising Fortnite with their people, their work. I don't like that. I don't
Mhm.
like Epic either. I don't think Epic is a company that I will subscribe to be honest. No. If I anything, I'm a Steam guy. If that means anything.
Steam is good, yeah.
Even if this Steam UI is like 2000 fucking 4, feeling like
Apparently
still,
Steam or Gabe Newell, I mean, the
yeah,
founder of Steam, he's making a like brain implant chip or something too.
that's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
I,
I'd
I
rather get that than the Neuralink
I mean, I
personally.
will not trust guy that is having the gaming company to do that thing. I mean, if he have money and he hire people that know how to do
No,
it,
yeah, that's what he's doing, right?
yeah,
Like I think
because
he's just like the co-founder
yeah,
and he
it's
has other people
like
doing the project.
it's the same with Elon Musk. A lot of people praising that guy, but I was like, This guy is not very smart himself. He's not smart about some topics, but some things that he says, like he sounds like he's just crawl under from under the rock. He was like shouldn't say things. He was saying a lot of things about war between Russia and Ukraine. And I was like,
Wait, who was
Elon
Gaben?
Musk. No, Elon Musk. And I was like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
you shouldn't talk about those topics. It's not good. Like your takes are very, very bad. You know?
I think people who are like living in those situations have the. It's not to say that nobody else has a voice, but I think the people that are actually in the living situation, like you were mentioning earlier,
Mhm.
um, like you were saying, like, oh, well, my parents, they would have like a better, like, hear them out, rather than just reading a random article.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think people who actually live that situation are always going to have a better insights and information on what's actually happening, rather than someone who's just like sitting at a desk looking at a computer monitor saying, "Oh, look at what's happening," even though you haven't like verified anything.
But the thing is,
You're
like,
just kind of
I'm
going based
worrying
off of
about
someone
his
else's.
reach because we're going back to the topic that we have at the beginning that people don't check their information that they get. Like they
Oh
just
yeah,
accepted oh, Elon Musk, he's smart. He probably knows. So
it was
like,
on a reputable website. It has to be
yeah.
true.
And
They wouldn't lie on here.
and then
It's the Wall
that
Street Journal.
person repeat that to their stupid friends and like, yeah, he must be true. He must be true.
Oh yeah. It has to do with like reputation. Like, oh well,
Mm.
they're this person. They have this social status, so it has to be somewhat true. They wouldn't just lie.
I think it's the same with counseling thing. Like, it's very easy to say some shit about somebody, and it's very hard for them if that's not true to rebuild that reputation back. I think it's this way too. Like if I say something about you that you do something to somebody, uh, nobody gonna fact check if that was true. Like everybody gonna assume that was true, and they just gonna go with that with your name to it, instantly.
Could be, yeah. Like, sounds like cancel culture.
Yeah.
Like, this
So
person did this.
saying, for example, somebody in GTRP sent somebody with a pixelated ball sack of his character, It's just like random.
Sounds like you, man.
Maybe I don't know.
Sounds like something you would do.
Sounds like I don't know. Like I'm not role playing anymore for absolutely no reason. uh,
Yeah, but what were you saying? Sorry.
Never mind. I was like, uh, going back to the situation. So you join No Pixel. Tell me one good thing about No Pixel and one bad thing about No Pixel from your perspective.
One good thing, one bad thing. Which one do you want to hear
Oh,
first?
whatever you like first.
The good thing is I got to meet a lot of cool people. I'm gonna be honest. A lot of fun, entertaining people with interesting backgrounds. I got to meet you, Pwang, or GD.
If you,
I would just always remember how you would always say Pwang,
she
like
hate
in
me for that.
character.
She literally fucking hate me for that. I literally
Sorry.
I screw her over because I was saying that everywhere, and instead people listening to her and to fucking thing, they listening to old fucking farts saying "Pwang," and everybody was
Yeah,
repeating that.
that stuck with me, man. A Pwang, like literally every second when you would see her, Pwang,
Mm.
and yeah, I mean, Kraz. A lot of people, man. There's just a lot of people to list. There's a lot of great people. I'm not gonna like sit here and list all of them. There's just too many, but a lot of good people, man. A lot of good people.
Mm.
Um, Fortunate that you gave me like a. Honestly, if it wasn't for you like taking me into like Burger Shine, doing that whole Kaiba thing and just giving me a job there, like setting me up for like success, like having a job there and even socializing with other people, I'm really fortunate for that. Like I appreciate that because
I
that's where I got
mean,
to meet a lot of people.
I'm pretty sure that I gain more from that you gain from that because, like, I always try to keep smart, nice people around me to when I work in that game. When I do go to that game, I have good time. The moment I don't have those people around, I'm just roaming around and grinding, and I hate that. Like I'm wasting my life when I'm doing that. So
Yeah, it is boring. Like the whole grind thing. That's what I'm gonna bring up next. That's what I don't like about um the server. It became uh like you basically play to grind, nothing else. Sure, there's role play in between, but you live to grind. That's how you stay hooked on the server because you gotta grind. You can't financially do anything if you don't grind. So that's why I say like role play is second, first comes the grind. If you don't grind, you can't you can role play. There's a lot of great role players out there who role play without any sort of like grinding or money or anything. And those people are like, but how can I say it? These people don't like last too long, right? Like they'll have great characters, role play for a little bit, and then just kind of like move on, you know?
Mhm.
Because you get burnt out if you're the only one kind of like providing insane role play scenarios for everybody to kind of pitch into.
I see.
But the people that are in the server, the people that make the server are the people that are grinding, you know? Because that's what it is. Like the main population is grinding and then role playing in between, you know, in between that. And I don't like that because it's like that's like second life to me. Someone who's treating the server as a second life rather than as role play. And that's just to me, that was like an eye opener. I was like, I don't want to be involved with this. It's nothing against the company or whatever, but it's just the concept. I was just like, kind of like sick with it. I'd rather
Mm.
just have fun in other games and just bring that silly, goofy mentality of like creating personas in other games, you know,
Yeah, all
but
right.
not take it too seriously. I think some people take it too seriously. That's all.
Uh, Cross and Buddy, like you already know that I was thinking that you guys know each other from before GTA. I was thinking like you come as the as the group to the game. Uh,
Oh,
how
the
do you met them? Like, do you met Buddy in the burger shop and Cross in the
yeah,
game?
we all met on Burger Shut. I think I was working one day and you weren't there,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like the night shift, right? I was just like the oddball out, but I wasn't like. I mean, I was like not talking as much. I was talking, but not as much, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I think originally it was it was I know that when I applied like to work at the restaurant or burger shop, I know Kras like I didn't know like well I know now, right? It was Kras who was applying to burger shop as
Mm-hmm.
well with another character named Annie. And then when I started working there, I worked the shift. Like it was like the night shift and Buddy was there, Creo was there, and Jimmy was there. I believe it was them three. And that's when that same because they would always say like that I looked like Kaiba, right? Like that was like they
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't talk to me, like they wouldn't necessarily bully me, but they would like just kind of like push me to the side, like, oh, this guy's fucking Kaiba. Like, because they didn't like
It's
Kaiba in character, and I didn't know in character
mm,
until like later on. Like they told me, like, yo, bro, we don't like Kaiba. It wasn't a no OC thing. It was all in
mm.
character. Like, oh yeah, we don't fuck with that guy. You
I
like
I
you need
mean
to get that
Kaiba the
haircut
character
changed.
was a very unlikable character to be around. It was really. It's
Yeah,
funny
they were
because
just
Bucket
like,
at the beginning was completely different character. Like when Bucket played him at the beginning, he was doing all the fucking stupid shit that he can find out. You know.
yeah. Um, I just remember in the work environment was like, they didn't fuck with me. They were like, yeah, that haircut, bro. You look too much like Kaiba. You gotta fucking change that, you know? Because I had like, I mean, bro, like there wasn't a lot of options. Like you're already limited, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the clothing, hairstyles, etc. And I just landed on that haircut, and I said, all right, guys, like if you guys aren't gonna fuck with me, like because of a haircut, let's go to the barber shop after like we closed down, right? And we went. Well, actually, th- I think this happened later because I don't really know. I really don't remember the lore. I have bad memory. I'm gonna be honest with you
Mm-hmm.
because I remember we robbed houses at one point, but that might have been after I got the haircut. And but yeah, we went to the hair salon thing, and they were like, all right, start looking through the catalog or whatever. And I honestly didn't know what to pick. Me as an individual, even in character, I didn't know what to do. I was just like, I really don't know. And I was just going kind of like looking for their validation, you know, because
Mm-hmm.
that's what my character would kind of like do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I just want to be liked by these guys because I don't want to be like harassed at work,
At work, yeah.
and because I want to keep my job. You get to meet a lot of people there, and
Oh yeah, Burger Shot was amazing for meeting people. That's for sure.
they were just
And you
they
choose
just
K-pop fucking haircut from all the things.
yeah, the bowl cut.
And the
Like they
thing
kind
is,
of
like when you look at
they hyped
Cross
me
and when
up.
you look at Buddy, neither of those two motherfuckers. It's funny, kind of funny because Cross, his character, it's very similar looking to Buddy in real life. How Buddy look in real life, like very
I don't
similar.
know.
And those two, like Cross is what 40 something, so something like that. I
I
think he's
couldn't
like
tell you.
he's like older than me. I'm pretty sure, and they choose the fucking bowl cut for you, like from all the haircuts.
I don't know if Crass was there. Like
You
I
know,
don't know if
only
Dwayne
Buddy
was
was there.
there. I think
Wait, what was another dude? The another
because I
dude.
met Dwayne later on. Like I don't think I was still like friends with Dwayne. If anything, our
Interesting.
characters had like beef. Our
Really,
characters
with
had beef.
Cross.
Yeah,
Really, okay.
yeah. It was funny. That's funny lore. I
I don't
think
know that. Like, I didn't know that you will have any beef with those guys.
yeah. I got held up at gunpoint by him.
Really? Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Like in the game, guys, not
Of course.
not real
In the
life.
video game, yes.
But yeah, he held me up at gunpoint for like I forgot what we were doing. We were doing something for like for Burger Shot, right? Because you
Mm-hmm.
know how they give you little tasks to do or like go refill ingredients,
Oh
etc.
yeah, the grinding phase, yes.
And someone had like a weed seed or something, and they planted it, and then I guess someone stole it or something. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I don't know the full story. I just know like the parting character where I got held up and they thought it was me who took it, and I was like, what the hell? Like, what did I do?
I mean, you sound like a little bit like Stoner, so I understand that point.
I was like, I don't know. Like, it wasn't me, man. And I just kind of got let go. It was just like a really silly situation. It was fun to be part of. But yeah,
Yeah.
like my character didn't know, and then later started connecting the dots. Like, oh wait, that truck, he drives that truck. I really forgot the whole scenario. I mean, it's been a while. That's been years.
2021, 22 probably. 22.
Something, yeah. I
Uh,
have really bad memory.
do they try to make you come back to No Pixel 4.0?
No, if anything, I was the one who was trying to get them to play.
Really? Why?
I was hyping it up, yeah.
And what
Because
happened?
I didn't want to play right. Look, this is like the dumb thing. I didn't want to play. I was like, nah, I'm kind of done with role play.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it was like about to be released, like literally
You
the
hyped
day
it up
before
for
it
them.
releases, I'm like, dude, oh my god, I'm kind of excited.
This is kind of dick
And I was
move,
trying to get into
that.
queue, right?
Uh,
We made characters, etc.
mm-hmm.
Like I remember Buddy or Kale, he was like, it's funny how you were like shitting on this or like not wanting to be involved, and
Mm-hmm.
now you're like the one most hyped for it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm freaking bipolar or something, man.
And you left them still. You left them.
And well, I got really demotivated like right off the rip. I'm not gonna lie.
Why?
Like the whole queue system was broken. Like just so much
I
bad
mean,
things,
the queue system was always bad. I was the only successful person that have no
But I mean, it was
brio,
like
and I was
bad,
getting every
bad.
single day.
It was like bad, bad. If that was bad, it was worse now. Like
No.
because the server had a bunch of like shutdowns, like because it was
Oh,
I don't. It was just so bad.
so there wasn't a situation that you get into the server and you are
It would
Gucci.
crash. It would
Oh,
lag.
fuck that.
It was just terrible graphics. Like they would update the server pretty often, so you had to clear your cache. It
But
was just
wait,
so
it sounds
annoying.
like they were not ready to release the thing, but they still release it. It
Yeah, I
was
don't
it
know.
was the
I
same with
personally don't
Onyx.
know.
When you get into the Onyx the server, there's not a lot of things to do.
Hmm.
The roleplay is great with people. Like people, don't get me wrong. I'm
Yeah.
never gonna shit on the people there because roleplay wise, they were like pretty amazing. But if you don't roleplay there, if you don't go to the city and don't have group of people you roleplay with, there's absolutely no mechanics to keep you stay there. There's nothing interesting to keep you stay there if you're not a cop. And criminals don't really have anything to do. There's no banks, there's no robberies. I think the
Yeah.
biggest thing is like planting weed or something. I don't know. So, and
Yeah, I'm
selling
not
weed.
sure.
So that's
It's
interesting.
just, yeah,
Do,
it
do you
just feels
consider
like, I
going
don't know.
back?
Do I consider going back? Not really. I'm just kind of like done with it, I think, personally.
So neither Cross or Buddy telling you like, "Yo, bro, come," come on.
I, yeah, they have, but I mean, everybody just kind of like gets busy too, with life.
Mm-hmm. I
Like
noticed that
everybody's
they
got
don't
their own
stream
thing going
anymore.
on.
Like both of them don't stream. Cross was streaming for a while, and now he's not streaming anymore. No, I don't see him live or anything like that.
Yeah, that's, I mean, but that's that. I mean, I was in that situation too. I stopped streaming for like half the year,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little bit more,
Oh, I
because
remember. Yeah.
I just had to take care of real life before anything else. Like just personal life gets, I wouldn't even call it getting in the way, but sometimes you just got to prioritize your
Yeah.
personal life than other
You
things.
move. Yes, you move from the one place to the different place. Pretty sure.
There was like other things too.
I mean, I know why you move already. We unlock this knowledge that the protection program they find you out when you were playing
No,
on no pixel, and now you need to move to the different place. Yeah.
none of that. None of that.
The other
But
guy was live recently. You talking about Buddy?
buddy, I don't know if he's I don't
You,
think. Yeah, I think he was already done with streaming like for a while.
I'm pretty
I only
sure.
caught like one or two streams of his, I believe.
I'm pretty sure Buddy. The most thing that he's doing right now is commentating about sports on X. Like every time I see his posts, it's commentating on sports on X. I was like, I'm getting that knowledge that I don't need, and later I'm gonna use.
It's entertaining. It's
He's
entertaining.
very aggressive. We call people names and stuff, but
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
very passionate about it. So that's interesting. Know
I
that
think
Hitch
he
guy?
said before, like, "Hey, if you guys aren't into like seeing me just flood your feed, please mute my account or something."
Yeah, he's going
I don't mute him.
crazy.
I just love seeing it sometimes, just the shit talk.
No, every day like, when
It's
I
just
see
like banter.
when he's getting angry, it's like, oh, that's funny. And like Buddy getting fucking upset about sports, like it's good. And he's not like
I
into
wish I
one
was like
sport.
I wish I was that entertained with something. Like sometimes I wish I could be like that into like a sport or something. But I just could never get into it.
I was investing in RP that way. That I was getting fucking upset with people decisions like they are so fucking stupid. But I
I think
never.
I just don't care too much. I don't know, man.
Maybe you don't find something that you care about.
Yeah, damn.
It's easy if you want to
This
a
ain't
little bit
therapy.
of. No, it's just
This ain't therapy.
no, it's not. I'm just telling you if you want to have a little bit anger and spice in your life, just find a girlfriend. You're not gonna have time to think about nonsense. Trust me. Like
No, no,
it's gonna be there for
thanks.
you. I
I don't
mean,
want problems.
Antonio, you're getting old. You need to fix that. You need to make
It's
those
okay,
little
man.
Antonios everywhere.
I do plan on having like children one day, but just I don't know, man.
How many?
I mean, yeah, I really don't know. That's like a that's like a talk between your partner or whatever.
Maybe your
I
partner is in the
believe
chat
I
right
believe
now.
in
We don't
passing
know.
on the torch.
All right. I mean, I believe some way about that, but the another thing is like I don't really want to bring child to this world because
And this,
I if I
yeah.
if there will be better one, I will choose to.
I've definitely heard people say that before. You're not the only one. Like
Uh,
people have told me, hell no, I'm not bringing kids into the fucking current world that we live in.
yeah, it don't sound cool.
Like there's some people who
He's
are like,
Latino, probably 5 to 9 kids.
he's not wrong. Whoever
Uh,
said that, they're not wrong.
no, did you know his lore? Know his lore about Latino
That's
people.
the maximum height.
5 to 9 sounds like fucking crazy amount of kids to deal with. I'm thinking about one, like one good, half,
No, I'm just
half
kidding.
of
I
one.
wouldn't know. I don't know how many. I don't know how many kids, to be honest. I would think like three. I think three is a good number.
Yeah, you are the good man. You're gonna make those kids work for us
Oh,
for our like
what
retirement.
was that one guy? He was a king or something who he wanted to have a boy,
Mm-hmm.
but he kept having girls,
Mm-hmm.
and he had like a bunch of different wives,
And
and he still pumped out
yeah,
women.
but at the beginning he was like, this is their problem. But when he was switching
Yeah,
wives, like,
that's how I'm gonna be, dude. That's how I'm gonna be. I'm like, I need to get one of each, and then I'll move on, and then I'm done.
one of each.
It's
So
it's not done until I get one of
you're
each.
you're very progressive, Anthony. One of each, and you want to have three. Very progressive guy.
I mean, yeah, I
It's
don't
gonna be
know.
boy, girl, and undecided. So it's very progressive for
I
this day
mean,
and age.
whatever. Yeah, it's up to them.
This is a very progressive way to look at this.
Very progressive.
Very progressive. Yeah.
That is, yeah.
All right.
It's
Another
funny.
topic. So we get no pixel. We get this. We get that. Antonio. We get about your gaming. What you're getting angry and stuff. Uh,
Why do I have anger issues?
yeah. So your anger issues, your origin, that you are not a real Mexican. You are like pretty much American. You know.
What?
Yeah. You are not. You are not. Like I was saying, the Viva la Raza is not to you because you are not the guy that emigrated. It's more to your father, if anything. You know, because he's a you call them Chino, if I recall right.
What? Chino? Call
Chino,
who is Chino?
but because they're like
Chino
me.
means like Chinese.
No, not Chino. Okay, give me a. I'm gonna need to Google my.
The translator. We need the
Imagine,
translator in here.
imagine, imagine speaking one language. Uh, Chicanos. Chicanos.
Chicanos?
Yes, your father will be because it's
Uh,
like Mexican Americans who identify themselves as Chicanos. Like
I guess so, yeah.
uh,
But I really don't know.
it's common. It's
Chicano. I
common
was never really
Riley
called a
cry.
Chicano.
It's common Riley cry. It's saying,
I
"Oh,
really
look at
don't know what
who's in
like
the stream, Cat of Riley." Okay, she
cat.
want. Yeah, she want to play Daisy with you.
I'm done with that game. I can't play. I can't play Daisy,
Daisy
man.
feels like it's like a lot of
It's very on the edge
wait
of the seat,
is but it's like a lot of waiting for something to happen and then you
Yeah,
die.
yeah,
And
true.
I have this experience, like I'm collect a lot of items, I'm so happy, then somebody appear, fuck me up, and like, oh, that's my life now.
I'm like, I need to grab some water real quick. My
No,
throat's
yeah.
drying out. So I
Oh yeah, I'm
apologize.
gonna grab
I
coffee
didn't prep.
too. Guys. Guys, this is gonna be the time. People in the chat, we're gonna ask some questions to Anthony. You can ask him whatever question you like, but there's gonna be chance he don't gonna respond to that question. So me
Who
and him,
knows?
we're gonna grab something to drink. I'm gonna put you some nice music, and we're gonna be right back,
Yeah,
guys.
I'll take like a minute.
No, don't worry. Take your time. Alrighty, guys. Can you answer that one? What's the question? Where
Which
the
one?
wait, we're gonna go through. Oh my god, they go like crazy. You're gonna have a lot of things to do. Uh,
Yeah, I saw there was a lot.
what's the difference between grinding in GTA RP and games like Minecraft? Every other grinder survival. Like, so pretty much what's the difference between grinding in GTA RP and grinding in survival games?
That's an easy one. The thing about GTA and Minecraft, other survival games, it's kind of like, let's start off with GTA. GTA, if you stop logging in, you are left in the dust, buddy. Like it can be very challenging to catch back up on speed to what everybody else is doing because people are moving on constantly to the next best thing. And Minecraft and other grindy survival games, when you pause, for let's take Minecraft for example, you can stop whenever you want and your stuff's just there, you know. You can resume if you're tired, you're having a bad day, you can get off, resume when you can. Other survival games, some of them have the same mechanics where just log back on, do your thing whenever you can, you know. But GTRP, you kind of feel like it creates this insane sensation of fear of missing out. That's why some people are hooked, and I call it like their second life, you know? These people are so trapped in this cycle of like logging in. And some people also see GTRP as like a career, you know, like, oh, I'm going to be like, this is what I'm going to do, you know? I'm going to live in this server and get monetized for it too. Why not, you know?
Yeah, right.
And I'm not shitting on those people. It's like, if it works out for you, I'm like, that's good, you know? I would
I
never like shit on
think
someone
that's a
for
very good
making a good thing
answer.
out of something like that.
Okay, the next one. How does it feel to RP with mute people?
I personally enjoyed it. I did get to role play with, I would say, a handful of people who did not speak in the game, and they would whip out their notepad and write stuff. Like at least 3 or 4 people that I interacted with,
Yeah,
and that was
there
always
was at least three in No
interesting.
Pixel for sure.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting and fun to me. You know, well, some people would just kind of like be like, "What? What are you saying?" You know, like they would just kind of like straight up ignore their situation or whatever. Because I mean, the server does say like, "Oh, you need a functioning mic, right?" And some people would just sit on their high horse and not interact with these people, which is kind of sad.
I think this is gonna be a question from Kat. Confusing because it don't have question mark, but who is the Dark Whispers? I guess it's for you. Who is that Dark Whisper?
Who is Dark Whispers? Dark
No,
Whispers.
Dark
Reveal
Whisper.
yourself.
Reveal yourself, yes.
Reveal yourself if you were here,
Uh,
which
and
they aren't.
another very interesting question: ask him about his dog. It's like,
My dog?
yes, do you have a
What
dog?
do
I
you
guess
want? I do have a dog. He is
you don't
he
have a
is
dog.
pretty old.
Do you have a dog? What kind of
Yeah, I do.
breed it is?
He's a black lab, black
Ooh,
slash
all right.
chocolate or whatever.
It's like your
I can't
childhood
tell
dog, pretty
sometimes.
much.
It's like if he's out in the sun, he's brown,
Oh yeah,
but
they do
normally
that.
he's like dark. You
Yes,
know?
they literally get fucking redhead, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh, okay, the next question: why no face cam?
Why no face cam? I don't want that to be like the main attraction to my stream. You know?
No, you see how what he did there? We see it like because he's extremely hot and he's like, I don't want to distract you guys. I don't
I
want
want you guys to
Neil.
focus on
I
the
don't want to
gameplay.
Neil feel uncomfortable because he's ugly compared to me.
Nah, nah, I'm just messing around. If I'm being honest, I just don't want to like involve my personal life with just online, you know. I feel like it eventually will happen one day because I feel like it's inevitable if you're doing something for so long. Either you kind of like break through or just kind of like keep doing your thing, you know. I do applaud people who kind of break out of their barrier and say, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just start doing face streams, yada.
I'm just gonna tell you
And
one thing about the camera. When you do it one time, it's very hard to not do it again because your expression as your face, you get so used to using it to, to the chat and stuff, to making your face and stuff. that when you're not doing, you feel like you not there for them, like you're not existing
Yeah,
anymore.
it is. That is definitely valuable. I would say like information too as a viewer. Like I personally wouldn't click on a stream that has nothing.
Yeah.
If it's just a screen of gameplay, it's very hard for me to like stay.
Yeah, because you don't feel the connection to that person
Because it's
anymore.
like I'm not seeing no expression to like
Yeah.
how are they reacting? Because I think that's what you want to see, right? Like how is this person reacting to
And people
what I'm
sometimes,
saying or doing
they're
or
watching you because it's like, oh, you
situations they're
make that
in?
face, he make that face, or
Yeah, yeah.
he's laughing or something. It's like, of course I'm fucking laughing.
That's why
Uh,
some people do like VTubing, right? I feel like VTubing is like will never be a replacement for like face cam and all that, but they can get close, And people who do that very well, good job, keep it up.
we have a very
But
interesting
it can
question
definitely be
from the
tough.
glitch again. He's very angry today. I think. Was GTA your first time ERPing? How how was it? Would you do it again?
I have never done erotic roleplay ever
Mm-hmm.
in my life.
Yeah, no, he never did it. Kappa.
Never in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Even out of GTA, I don't think I've ever like actually had a proper erotic roleplay experience.
Okay, I mean, so it's changing the way to never have it, never have proper one.
Okay, no, I'm just saying I've never just had like no like I don't know, I just never done it, It's not
Mm.
in my list of things to do, I've always found it funny when people get intimate online in public. It's just so I'm not gonna call it weird, but it's just definitely it's like, come on guys, get a room.
Did you feel like people would treat you like a side background character?
Um I never got that impression, because that's hard to like really tell if someone treats you like a
Pretty
side
much like
character.
NPC. It's like NPC. I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
don't think I
NPC a
ever
lot in GTA.
I wouldn't necessarily try to think for others.
Mm.
I think that can take a lot of like mental training to do to just like not really think for others. So it's like I just kind of take things at face value, sort of. Like, all right, however this person's acting right now is how I'm seeing them. And maybe tomorrow they're a different person, etc. Like people change. But I would never feel like a NPC. I did have my moments where I felt like unimportant, where I'm like, I bring nothing to the table, but that's different from like feeling like a side character.
The interesting concept because you as the character, for me, you feel like how you say it. Well, if you ever play D&D, you have the team in D&D, and you have warrior, you have other things, and you have a bard. For me, you always
Yeah.
feel like a bard. Like when I have like shitty day and you are like log in and I see you in the city or you call me, I was like, okay, I get my energy back. I get this buff. I was like, you don't. For me, you don't need to talk a lot in the game. To every single thing that you say is worth it for me. Like it's like you just putting those things in my puzzle. The exact puzzle that I need, pretty much. Like
Yeah. I mean,
when, for example, I have you in the car and I have Pueng and I have Gavin. I know Gavin not gonna say anything. I know Pueng gonna say like 70% of the time, and I know you always gonna input something that's gonna be fucking funny and hilarious. And it's like I'm just waiting for that. Like it's like my perfect fucking box of role players. I need you in there that box pretty much.
yeah.
Did GTA roleplay ruin GTA games for you?
No. Hell no. I think GTA still has its base game. I think RP is just kind of like the cringe side.
Hmm.
RP is just kind of like the fantasy land for all the like for
Go
all the
on. Go.
weirdos.
You don't gotta be cancelled. Come on, go
No,
on.
I'm just kidding. But it's just like I mean,
You're
it's just
not
like a
wrong,
creative
sir.
outlet.
But
5M
you're
is just
not
like a
wrong.
creative outlet for people. Like
I
there's a
change.
bunch of
I want to
servers.
change from the weirdos to creative people.
Because I don't know. I guess there is like lame servers out there.
Oh,
And
they are.
5M is
Yeah.
flooded with a lot of like there is good servers out there, and then there's a lot of lame servers.
Yeah.
Lame servers being like pay to win, like where they're just farming money from like freaking 10-year-olds who log on and pretend to be gangster, etc., etc. But that's a whole different topic.
How much of
It's like
your character was self-insert?
how much of my character was
Yeah, so
self-insert?
how
I want to
much
say like
pretty much how much
probably
you
like
put yourself in your character, you know.
I would say like 2 to 3%. When
Really?
I would like have nothing to be able to like, I don't know, dude. There
I
would
think
be
only
sometimes
two
where I
to
was
three
just like,
percent.
here's the thing, like, because sometimes, no, that's actually difficult to answer because sometimes I've been like straight up just OOC the whole day, or not the whole day,
Yeah.
but like I'll be online for like an hour, and if I see a lack of like role play, I'm just like
Mhm.
straight up out of character, and people would get mad at me for that. Like I would get RP checked by everybody,
I remember
and
when
I'm not
sometimes
saying
people
this as a
like
good thing, you know?
when people were going instantly like OC in the way that they were not saying anything OC, but they were saying in this way that they know
Yeah,
that they fucking with you right now.
yeah.
Like,
I would push it to. I would be like, oh, y'all want to like, you guys want to teeter around the edge? I'm gonna just go full on OC. And it was just fucking funny to me. To me, it was funny getting a reaction. You know, it was entertaining.
mhm.
Um, but there was a limit. I feel like where I would just be like, all right, if I'm not in the mood to RP or I'm not role playing right now, I'm just gonna log off. You know, there's no point in me just
Mhm.
like being fucking
You are
OC
not
the whole time.
farming
It's kind
just
of
for
dumb.
farming.
Yeah, it's just yeah, I think there's a limit, you know, to how much you can like go OC, and then it gets repetitive and
You were one
annoying.
of those people that were like Alt F4 from the game if you don't like it. Even if you know that when the fucking queue was hard to get, you were like, if the day was shitty, you were like, you go to
Yeah,
Burger Shot, we talk
I'm
for a
not gonna
while,
stick
and it was
around.
like, I don't feel it, and then you're like Alt F4 in the fucking back. I was like, that
Yeah,
bitch, that fucking asshole.
yeah. Even if it took a while to get in the queue, if the day's not good, I'm not gonna force myself to be in that environment. You know, it's that's mental torture right there,
Mm.
straight up. Like, oh, just because I did this, I have to be here now. Like, oh fuck that.
Uh,
Practice some free will for once, you know.
the worst. If you were a master chief, what your dream sandwich will be?
Master Chef, what dream sandwich would I make?
Yeah.
Probably like I don't know, man. I don't really make sandwiches, dude. But if
Wow.
I had to make one, probably like a freaking I don't even know, dude, like a freaking 1 meter or like 3 feet sandwich, like long. Tomatoes, um, lettuce. It's just very basic, you know? Very basic, keep it simple. Lettuce, tomato, mayo, and turkey
You can tell that the guy's from
and
Mexico. You
mustard
know, he's
and
pleased
mustard.
by simple things. You know, he's like,
Like you
yeah.
don't gotta go crazy on it, you know. As
That's pretty simple though. That's very simple. Uh, Reebok or Nike? I assume brand.
what is that? Sorry.
Reebok or Nike?
Esos son Reebok o son Nike.
Or so
The rhythm of the
Nike,
night.
the rhythm of the
That's that's
night. Yeah,
that's a funny
that was
that's a
good.
funny bit from a radio
That
station.
was so fucking good.
Some guy called in
Mm.
asking for the song. Have
Reebok
you
or
heard the
the night?
song?
Oh,
¿Sabe la canción de la que dice esos son Reebok o son Nike? And the dude's just confused, but he ends up pulling it out.
they were so fucking happy about that. They were like,
He's like, yeah, that's the one. Yeah, that's funny, man. Mexican radio stations get wild. They're like, I
yeah.
wouldn't even want to call them like Mexican. It's just like Latino,
No. They have
Hispanic,
something
whatever.
about this. They like even in GTA you have this Latin radio that play like in GTA Online. You have this Latin radio that's playing only Latin music. It's something about this. It's
Yeah.
something about that culture. Oh,
Well, the
we,
thing is, like, they would have call-ins, right? Like on the radio stations,
mm-hmm,
like it would be like straight up GTA radio stations. Like you know, in GTA,
mm-hmm.
how they'll be saying some wild shit on the radio. Like
Pretty
that
much.
would be straight up like I don't know if other radio stations do it, but I know in Hispanic radio stations, like I remember my parents dropping me off to like
Mhm.
school or something, right? And I used to hate like listening to the radio, but it would start getting good by the time you're getting dropped off. Like, oh my god, this person was cheating with their
Mhm.
wife, and just like straight up just shocking things like with a cousin. Like, oh
Mhm.
my god, like just straight up shock factor, like
Yeah, that keeps you
drama.
going. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like wow, I need to listen to
Mom,
this.
can I
What the
stay
hell?
in the car instead of going?
Yeah, it's just wild stuff that would be on there sometimes.
Alright, a female in the chat asking you, what's the best thing you can cook? Lol.
What's the best thing I can cook?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm thinking of something that I like making and love, you know?
Mm. Mm.
I don't know. There's like Mexican dishes, but there's also like I have like a really simple like stir fry that I like making, but it's not like with I wouldn't even call it I don't know if it's stir fries. I use like noodles and I cut up like beef strips
Mm-hmm.
with bell peppers. It tastes really good
That sounds
and
good.
soy sauce. It's just like a really simple dish. That's kind of one of my favorite
It's
go-tos.
something
Like
that
if
my
I have
girlfriend
nothing to
like.
fucking
It
make.
sounds like something that my girlfriend like, but instead of soy sauce, she put olive oil inside. You know.
Yeah, you could use that.
Yeah, it's
I
very.
think
It
that's I
look
mean,
like I always look at that as like you're gonna be like not hungry after that, and she's never like she enjoy it. Crazy.
you just gotta add the right amount of like beef. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna lie, yeah, it doesn't fill me. I'm not gonna lie.
it's
It
something
doesn't
that
fill
I
me.
think it's something that you eat when you just want to eat something, but you don't really
Yeah.
hungry and just
It's
enjoy it.
something light.
I think
It's
it's good
something light.
thing on the dates to do it like because it's look nice because of the pepper and the compilation of those things, but
Yeah.
it's not gonna make you both tired. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
If you could only play one game for the rest of your life, which one will it be?
If you could play only
Yeah, one game.
fuck, that is a tough one. One game. One game for the rest of your life. Fuck. Think about it. Which game has the most creative outlet right now?
You need to
Where you
look
could
for the game that's
I mean,
it's not gonna be it's
think
gonna
about
be
it, bro.
still get the new versions because then you can play it. But it don't need to be multiplayer and it need to be a game that's always gonna be on the market.
It has to be multiplayer or it can be
No,
multiplayer.
I just think that way because then they're gonna put more stuff into it, so we don't gonna be fucking bored with it.
I'm gonna have to pick Fortnite.
Oh my god! Wow.
Just look at the direction it's going in, man. They just keep adding more and more stuff.
Wow.
At this current moment, my current mental state, I'm gonna have to say Fortnite. That opinion might change literally tomorrow, a week later from now. But
That's why you
if
were
I'm being
asking me
honest right
about
now,
if this podcast is therapy for you. That's why you were asking me because you want to play Fortnite to the rest of your life.
no. I
I'm
think I
wondering.
said something about therapy when you said something about you need to find something you care for. I was just like, fuck, I do need to find something I care for.
Yeah, right. Uh, has an admin ever give you a warning about anything? Was it scary?
Never.
No, you never have this problem. Do
No,
you?
I think
I don't think we probably ever see admin in GTA like face to face, other than in the background talking to somebody.
like I think in the beginning when I first started out role playing, I was really like self-conscious of like what I was doing. I was like, "Oh fuck." I had like the fucking rules opened on a different tab because I was like, "Oh fuck, I got to make sure I don't break any of these, right?"
Mm-hmm.
And later down the line, I just kind of stopped. I feel like that was holding me back from
Oh
actually
yeah,
like
yeah.
interacting with people. So I said, "Fuck it. If I get a warning, I get a warning, you know?" Simple as that. That's why I never
The more
really
scary thing is PTSD
cared.
about making mistake than making mistake itself, pretty much.
Yeah. I think if
Uh,
someone tells you you made a mistake and you can learn from it, we'll learn from it. But if you
or if
feel
they
like you
cancel
did
you,
nothing wrong, then just
then you
fucking move
can
on, you
like.
know?
Uh, do you have any regrets from your choices in RP?
Any regrets from, well, that's tough because I can't really recall what I did in RP. Like, I mean, I'll remember like little things here and there, but it's not like something I like go to bed with and store in
So
my brain
nothing
for too
ever
long.
happened that you were like, oh, okay, I should apologize to that person, or something. Never had this.
Um, Apologies, etc.
Remember
Not
that you
really. Like,
sell
I don't think I
you.
ever did
Remember,
anything.
remember when you give the card that I give to you to the girl? Remember that you never want to apologize for that.
Oh yeah, that's a big regret, dude. But it was
Yeah,
funny
see?
in character though. It was funny in character though. You seeing me as a straight up like simp, basically like what is wrong with you, bro? Like, what are you doing?
He was in character and outside character.
it was
Like
just it was just so funny to me how you were like, what is wrong with this guy? Because my
96k.
character was like a loser. My character was a straight up
96k.
loser.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh
96k,
man,
and I give it for what, $10 or something, and he's
yeah.
like, "Oh, female." I'm gonna give
Oh,
it to
female,
him.
dude. Because everybody around me, like in character, was pressuring me, right? Like this guy who was like a straight up loser, who'd never been in a relationship with anybody,
Mm-hmm.
to get with someone. Because they were like, bro, she's giving you the in, and you're not taking it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
You
just so
need
funny
to.
to me.
What is the cringiest thing you ever see in RP?
Wait, before we move on to that one, I didn't give her the car though. I did sell it. I
For
did
how
sell it. I
much?
got paid for it, like retail value, like what you paid for it.
Oh, okay, then that's a W pretty much. A W.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. What was the next one?
And what is the cringiest thing
Cringes.
you ever see in RP?
Cringiest thing I've seen in RP. I'm trying to think. I've definitely seen ERP before, and that shit was
Oh, me
fucking
too.
cringe.
Me too.
But it's like I don't even know if I could take that serious. But I think that's gonna have to be the most cringeest thing I've seen. Like people doing slash me whips out cock. That was
Mm.
kind of the most awkward thing, you know. That was pretty intense to watch. I'm gonna be honest. Like for someone to be streaming that was wild.
Yeah,
But for me, like my
you sometimes
character,
you just don't want to go to some areas later. You just avoid them. You know.
yeah. Other than that, um, besides that, like something that my character saw was just people who don't roleplay. I think that was pretty lame. Like people who like the Second Life people. I know it sounds toxic or whatever, but it's like people who play the game as their second life, who self-insert, think they're a fucking internet thug. That's the most boring shit ever. It's like, bro, we all know you're just a keyboard warrior trying to pretend gangster on the
Mm-hmm.
internet. And that's probably the most cringe
The most
shit.
cringe thing. No, that's I don't pick that picture. That's a real picture of Aniki when he was wrestler in the high school.
But yeah, that was me. I
He
used to
was
go for the nuts
he was
and
in a
squeeze.
lucha libre. Group. Mhm. The name was Nacho Libre.
Yeah, I was a liberator of the nachos, man.
Yeah, with his
They were
mouth
keeping the
towards
nachos
it.
away from me.
Yeah, he was eating them. So he liberate them.
Exactly.
Would you of continue RP if you didn't met Neil? Yeah, did you? Did you? You will continue the RP?
That's tough to say, honestly. We can't really go back in time. I think what happened happened. I
I
met
mean, you
you.
could be in a completely different place. You can meet somebody else
Yeah,
and be in a completely different group, and if
that's a
anything,
different timeline.
if you literally don't meet me, you could meet me later and like rob my ass and stuff. It could be the thing too. Hard to say.
I think I would have kept logging in until I got like some sort of like ball rolling.
Mm.
Definitely. But I think Nil was that person who kept me coming back along with everything else, you know. He gave me that in to be comfortable with myself. He gave me that safe space, you know, to keep logging on and being like, okay, there's something to look up to instead of like, fuck, I need to find someone or something to keep me logging in, you know. I'm glad that I wasn't like a grinder or I didn't even know about grinding, you know, because there's people who log on and immediately start like they go on the phone app and start doing a job. Like fuck that, dude. I'm glad I like it's not because I knew you could do jobs, but it's like that is just I don't know, that would be mind numbing to log
Mm.
on and just start working and
It
not talk to anybody.
just feel like a job. It's just literally fucking feel
Yeah.
like a job. You don't want to do
Like
that.
fuck that. I'm here to talk to people.
Mm. Uh, so I think that's gonna be enough of the question. If anybody want to have any more questions for Aniki, because we have some questions from the list too. I want you, because
Any
you probably
questions?
can. Give me your top 5 role players from any place that you play. Top 5.
Top 5 role players from any
Yes.
place that I played.
Yes.
That is tough.
It
I
is
can't
tough.
really feel like I'm the bad candidate
I mean,
to pick
you.
role players. I think Burn.
Oh
would
yeah,
probably be like number one. That guy is like
this guy is like crazy.
that guy is really creative.
He's something else.
Really creative guy. Makes a lot of characters. Makes a lot of
Mm,
allows for a lot of role play to happen, not just
mm,
with himself, but brings others in. Which is really good. So that's probably gonna be the number one right there.
mm.
Um,
I
that
love
is
that
tough. I
everybody's
don't know too
starting
many.
from the 1 to 5. Like they picking the easiest option first, and then they going to the.
All right, because if you want to start from the bottom, you got to have like the list pre-planned. That's why.
No, you just need to be honest. You just need to be honest with yourself.
Like, because that's tough. Because your opinion could change.
I
Like, oh
mean,
no, actually, this person goes here. It's easy to start from the top and be like, okay, this person, I know nobody fucking like, I don't know anybody that tops this person.
oh
To my
yeah, yeah.
knowledge. That's
To
why.
be honest,
But from the bottom, that's like if
Born
you
was
fuck
in
up.
the like I asked few people, and Born was in that list. Like I understand he wasn't in the top. It wasn't the first guy, but he was
hmm
in the list in the top 5 for sure.
Oh, what list? Like, there's an actual official list of like
No,
top.
there's a list of people making the list. Like every single person that's
Oh,
here, I ask them if they are connected to roleplay in some way. Well,
yeah. I mean, Burn was a really good character. I don't know who else, to be honest with you. Like, I mean, I'm not trying to glaze and just say, "Oh yeah, you nail." Like,
yeah, you
like
can do
you're
that.
great.
You can.
I mean, yeah.
I was in both lists for now. I was in both lists, and I was in
Oh,
the
now I
high
gotta add you.
places. Yes,
I
I
gotta
will
add you,
take
dude.
number two.
Fuck.
I can be after Burn.
Yeah, you'll be number two.
The interesting thing
But
is like you don't say Kyle, for example.
no, I don't think he's on my list personally.
Your personality, Kyle, is interesting. That's
Yeah, no, it's just not really on my
interesting.
list.
Okay.
There was another cop who was really good, who would go with the role play a lot of the times. I forgot his name. I'm gonna be honest, yeah, because I just wasn't really too into following and all that, like,
Hmm.
oh, keeping up with all the streamers. Because if I mean, I did at one point follow a lot of like role play streamers, but then I went on like an unfollowing spree because it's like I've
Oh
moved
yeah,
on with my
the
life,
same, the same.
Not trying to be mean or anything, but life changes. You shouldn't feel bad for that shit.
No, no.
Life moves on,
If you changing your thing, you should change it your thing. You shouldn't stay there
Yeah, yeah.
because you're always gonna feel weird way if you don't gonna just cut it off.
I think him. Who else was good? I think I'm trying to think of people who created scenarios, I'm not
Hmm.
trying to think of just someone because they were nice. I'm trying to think of people
Hmm.
who created scenarios.
This is a very
And that is
interesting way
really
to
hard,
approach this. Yeah.
That's how I'm personally approaching my list.
Be,
Like,
be,
who
be,
created scenarios for
because
people
it's
to be
like
involved in?
as the Pepega guy on No Pixel like me and you, we don't really have those situations that a lot of different people just take us in and let do something. Because like
Yeah,
my personal first place will be Gator, Rob Spovumanowski, because this guy literally the guy ignore me that I'm like nobody, and he called me
yeah.
to give me opportunities to do something. Like when you have the situation when the big streamer comes and you like don't really know how to behave because it's like, oh, they're gonna say that I'm trying to get his fame and stuff, and you're like, oh,
Oh, did you know he was a big streamer at the
no,
time?
at the beginning I don't even know the guy exists. Of course, on
Oh,
the
okay.
after like I think 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, I know. You know why now I know because I get like 300 followers. And
Oh, what the?
when you know that, then you have this at the beginning when you start streaming. You don't have those things
Yeah,
fixed.
yeah.
You don't have those followers. Like now I don't have like those followers things very loud because I know how fucking annoying it is. And imagine for
Let's see.
straight 20 minutes you have beep 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 beep, and you're like,
Like, all right, we're turning that off.
yeah, it's like the fuck is happening, and I was literally losing my mind because like this. Before that, I have like 56 followers, and I was like, "The fuck is happening here?" And I think I get like $250 that day. And I was like, eh?
Damn.
And I was like, the fucking guy. And I literally like I fuck it up because I thank him in the game. Like I thank you, Rob, and like that was like fucking cringe as fuck after I look through
Is that
that.
something you regret? Like
I
you
don't
take to
regret
the
because I really feel that way. I'm
oh,
very
okay.
thankful for that he don't care, and he just want to
It's like
role play
fuck
with
it.
me. Yeah, and the thing
That's
was like,
nice.
and thing was like after me behaving cringely like this, he still called me later. He still interact with me. So I was like, "Oof, I'm not fucking
That's
cringe."
nice.
The guy was like Polish American, so he was like Polish origin, and he did this.
Oh,
He's a
okay.
motherfucker. He always, when we met, he forced me to speak Polish with him. I was like, man, I try to make my English better. Can we not? And he was like, no, 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 you are a Polish friend, and we're gonna talk in Polish. Like, you motherfucker. And you have this situation. We're standing there in front. I think it was the one of the Cerberus guys, the guy in the glasses, the what was the guys in the Cerberus? It was Buddha Lang. It was no, no, never mind. One of the admins.
I don't know.
He was standing there.
DW?
No, not DW. The other guy. He was standing there, and Robert was talking to him,
Leslie.
and I think it was Leslie, and I was passing by, and I just say hi to him because I spawned on the fucking pier, and I was passing by, and I see him. I'm not gonna go around. So I say hi, and he start talking to me in Polish, and I talk back, and you see this guy standing there. He don't know the fuck shit we're talking about, and I only have thing in my mind is like, we supposed to talk in English in this game, and I'm gonna get banned. That was my only thing. It's like I'm gonna get fucking banned. But he was
Thinking
so
about the rules too much.
was like, I mean, rules don't obey him. He's a big streamer, but they obey
Yeah.
me. I'm gonna get in trouble. And the guy was absolutely don't care. Like the guy was like, oh, I guess they talking in their fucking stupid language. And then Robert was like, oh, this is my friend. He was like, and I asked him in Polish if I can get some drugs from him. And he's like, and he now in English, he say, wait, you want to buy drugs from me? You shouldn't say this out loud here. I was like, you motherfucker, we were talking in Polish in seconds. And then you turned it just to fuck me up. I was like, he was a good guy. And later he come back after some time. And I was already played in because previously I played different person.
Yeah.
And he noticed that's me. And he started fucking, RP check me. And he was like, oh, and from where are you? And I was like, I'm from Vinewood. And he's like, and what language do you speak in Vinewood? And I look in his face and I'm like, perfect English. and he fucking loses it. He starts fucking laughing. I was like, I got you, motherfucker. That's the most amazing thing that I have. Like,
That's why freaking Vin would say Vinewoodian.
yeah, I'm Vinewoodian. I speak Vinewoodian, and like,
That is funny. The lore has just been unlocked in my brain right now.
And it's like, I tried to sell Twank to him for $10 billion, but he asked her if she do bad stuff, like the anal, and she said no. And I was like, no, say yes. It was a good RP.
That's fucking
I think that
wild.
was the best RP that I have in NoPixel. Like, if it comes to that people, you know what was the worst thing after that? He left because he was like, oh, he don't want to RP anymore. And those people that see me interacting with him, that I don't know, they don't know me for shit. We don't even talk, and they don't even acknowledge me in the burgers on the street. They start jumping around and say hi to me. I was like, that's a very awkward situation now. That's a very extremely awkward situation. That's very weird.
What do you mean? Like
Like
his people?
not really his people. That's just famous people on NoPixel that know him. They start appearing around me, and I was like, you guys ignore me for entirety of my fucking playing. And now then you notice that I know him, and you don't know what we were talking in Polish about. You're thinking that I know him very well, like we are pretty much best buddies. And now you're treating me better. It's like, I feel disgust with that. I was like, oh, it's a very weird thing.
Like social climbing, basically. Like, oh, this guy knows this guy. I need to talk to this guy. I need to talk to this guy to get to this guy.
Yeah, and
there's definitely a lot of that.
This is extremely weird. I was weirded by that. Question for Aniki: does he like the hangout with Fry more than or Dwayne? Fry
I
Wait,
love hanging up. You are not gonna divide me. You will not divide us. I
where
love
Fry?
hanging out with all of
Like
them.
Fry will disappear for a long time. I don't see him like forever.
Yeah. And now it's the opposite. Now Fry is on the server more than Dwayne.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I love spending time with all of them. It was
Fry,
always a good time spending with
Fry was
Fry
always
and with
in
Dwayne.
my mind. Fry was always like side character.
Who Fry?
Yeah, not in the bad way, but when you all come, he was always like, this little brother of somebody that they bring to the party because mom don't let them come if they don't take him.
I mean, in character, it was like complicated because you had a like friend group that he would hang out with, And when he was free,
Mm-hmm. He was much better.
yeah, you're not wrong. It's kind of like his mom let him hang out with us type thing,
Yeah.
Like he would have another friend group that he was hanging out with. I believe it was some people from like CG at the time or
Oh
Street
yeah.
Team. I'm not sure. Um, I think it was Street Team, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I really am not sure. But he would hang out with some of those people, and then when he was free, he would hang out with us. Or it would be the other way around. If they were not awake, he would have come with us. And it's not anything to judge him. I think everybody has the freedom to do whatever they want. But
Interesting.
I would still have a good time with him regardless.
Mm, okay. What's one game you think everyone should play at least once? You're gonna say
Fortnite.
Fortnite. Oh, you fucking bitch.
What's another game? A game that everybody should play at least once. No, I'm not trying to think of an actual one. I think story related games, like single player games, create a lot of depth. Like there's a lot of self reflection and thinking when you play a single player story mode game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what game to recommend. Probably Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid 2. Not even one. Metal Gear Solid 2.
You're like a
Just play
console
that one
boy.
time. What was that?
You're like a console boy. Your first
Console
experience with
boy?
gaming was console.
Yeah. My first experience with gaming was
It
consoles.
feels like
It
every
was
single
PlayStation 1.
person from USA is the same. Like, if you ask them about gaming, they telling you their experience about playing Xbox or PlayStation, pretty much.
Well, it's more accessible. That's the thing. Like, compared to a computer. Computers rolled out, I believe, after consoles. I'm not sure. Or maybe they came out hand in hand. I don't know.
No, computer were
I really don't
first.
know.
Computer
I
were
was too
much,
young.
much, much.
But did they have computer games? They probably did, huh?
They
I was
have,
just too
but
young
there was
to
just
know.
like games like Doom, yeah, the first Doom, the Wolfenstein, the first Wolfenstein, the games that you don't really like. Oh, this is a great game, super cool. Or Bomber, for example, that was a game too.
Bomber?
Bomber. It was the game that you like just move and left bombs and kill things.
Oh, Bomberman?
Yeah, that was very old game.
That is a good game.
I
That
remember
is a
playing it on
classic.
MS DOS. You starting from MS DOS. It like a lot of games. When I was kid, you still start games from DOS. Like just put in the location of the game and you start it.
See, yeah, I was too young. Like I was in a different generation. When I first got into gaming, my first gaming experience, I was probably still like fresh out the womb playing the
I'm
PlayStation
pretty
1, I
sure your
think. Like
first Windows was Windows XP.
it was actually like I think it was 98.
Really?
Like yeah.
That's impressive. My first was
When I was
95.
on or like 2000 something, probably like 2000. I don't know if they made a 2002, but it was probably 98
Mm.
cuz I do remember when I was taken to like this care center or whatever when I was young cuz my parents worked and etc. So they were first rolling out computers. I remember they brought new computers to the school. It was like a place where they take care. What are those places called? Daycares.
Mm-hmm.
But I would get dropped off there for like a while, and then I remember they brought in computers at one point in my life. It's all a blur because I was like really young, but they brought computers, and I remember the background was just like a very dark teal color.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. It was just like a really dark teal color, and the folder icon was like freaking yellow.
For
I
some
think
reason,
that's
I
98,
remember
right?
that. It could be 98.
And
95, it's very similar, to be honest, if it
it
comes to
had
visuals.
it had a lot of like learning games on it. That's what I remember. It had
It
like a whole
could
section
be
for learning
the
games.
old monitors because they were like fucked a little bit too. Like they have problem with blue color. They were extremely blue, and like they I don't know, too much pigment or something, or fucking broken. Uh,
Yeah, who knows?
Max Payne or Dota?
Max Payne or Dota?
Mm.
Which one? What does that mean? Like, which
I think
one's better?
what's better for you personally?
Max Payne, easy.
Easy Max
Dota
Payne.
is because
Yeah,
Dota depends on others. You know,
yeah. And Max Payne, the Mona
you can
sucks
just play it
in
and
it.
enjoy it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can play it and enjoy it without having someone in your ear, or no, not even having someone in your ear, just having someone performing really bad for no reason. You
Mm.
know, or griefing.
Uh, okay, we answered that. What is one place you wish you could travel to see? Of course, Poland.
A lot of places, honestly. I would love to go to China though. I would definitely love to go to China. I think that's a place I would love to visit.
Okay, China. Really?
China,
China.
yeah.
Interesting. That's a very
China
interesting
or
approach.
like just yeah,
If it comes
China.
to Asian countries, I will not pick China as the place to go. I will
I
pick
wanna
Japan or Thailand.
I wanna see I wanna see the big skyscrapers in China.
You want to see those empty
Yeah,
neighborhoods of giant,
I wanna go to
apartments
Shanghai.
that nobody lives in?
I would
Well,
wanna go to Shanghai specifically,
mhm.
I think.
All right, okay. I don't even know if you're gonna have preference of that, but do you prefer Pokemon or Digimon?
Easy Pokemon. I've never played Digimon, so that's an
Never play on
easy.
PlayStation 1, never play the
Nope.
Digimon. Interesting.
Never. I heard of Digimon, and I remember as a kid, people would be like, "That's the ripoff. That's the ripoff of Pokemon," and that's what my brain stuck with. Isn't that funny? My
Oh,
brain.
I think
People in the
that
schoolyard would say it like that.
Dark want to steer something here. She
What's
want
that?
you to choose between the two men, Bountiful and Hoxer. Who you like better?
Bounty or Hoaxer?
Mm.
Bounty because he plays Dota with me. I would never want to play Dota with me, man.
Wow, wow. Okay, wasn't thinking you're gonna say. I was thinking you're gonna be like PC if it comes with that. I like them both equally.
I'm, play-
Right.
I'm playing. They're both chill people.
All right. Come to Beijing, my
Uh,
friend. No, probably not.
come to Beijing.
Yeah, no.
I would love to go to Beijing. I would love to
Wait,
just go anywhere in China,
Hoxer is from fucking China?
or perhaps
He's a special
like
agent from China?
Taiwan. I don't know.
Maybe
I
he
don't
is.
know.
I think.
I never
Do
asked.
he's a German? I'm pretty sure he's a German.
I don't like being intrusive with people's lives. I think everybody.
Wait, he is a German because he was this guy that when I put the song, when I put the, give me a moment, when I put this song, okay, yeah, take your time, Neil.
Take my time.
When I put this song in the thing, the German Japanese uh, girl singing the song, Erika,
Oh, that
you
song.
get upset,
I
and and
definitely
and
reacted a certain way.
and he tell you that we both tell you that this is like songs that they learn in school.
Yeah, I was like, yo. I just remember seeing like a video, like a fucked up video, like when I was younger.
Mhm.
And I was like, yo, so I had that song tied to like bad things personally. I was
I mean,
uninformed.
song is a song, Song is a song.
Yeah. I was just uninformed. I thought it was like, since I don't know the language, I thought it was like propaganda. And I didn't want to like,
I mean, it's a war song from World War II, but if it comes to the song itself, the song is about the
but it's not
girl.
about like hate or anything. It's not
No,
like a
no,
hate
it's a
freaking propaganda
it's
song,
pretty
right?
much song about girl named Erica that it's beautiful, and the guy that is in war thinking about her and coming back to her in a very short. Yeah, and it's like a very nice song, and it's a marching song. It's have this rhythm to march to it. A lot of songs
I
from
see.
World War
I
II have
see.
this thing that they're extremely good to marching. So the when you are tired but you're singing, you have this like your body is just moving.
That motivation.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. So I remember when I put that in your fucking song request, and you're like, nope, nope. I was like,
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
nah, we skipping this.
yeah.
I thought some random troll put it, dude.
I mean, not random. Me, I
I
did.
thought it was a random troll, bro. I was like, what the hell?
That's not a risk thing with HR because somebody can put like nasty shit there. Like they can put
I
like
was just uninformed, though. I was just uninformed.
no. That's the song.
I'm
I'm
glad I
pretty sure
learned, though.
they learning in school too. Because if it comes to the concept of the song, it's not bad song. It's a nice song. You know, it's just bad time for that song to start existing. You know, probably. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just had like a bad image connected to it. That's why I was
No,
like,
no,
oh,
no.
yeah,
I get
no.
you, but you know, Germans now are not the Germans they were in World War II. They're different people.
Hmm.
I know I have
Yeah,
this discussion with Mono because Mono is German, and it's kind of very rough situation between Poland and Germany after World War II, and it's like, and he was probably thinking that I'm thinking very badly about Germans, and I don't really give a fuck because I don't consider him like you know he wasn't living there at that time and doing those things. Neither
yeah.
are
You
them.
can't really blame those people, right?
Yeah,
It's like,
neither than I was living there and living that time. So like, why I should assume that he's a bad person just because he's from
yeah.
Germany? That's fucking stupid.
The bad thing is like it all comes down to parenting, right? Like if the
Mm.
parents want to really hand down that hate to their children, they can.
I mean,
Like
don't
if
get
the
me
parents
wrong.
want to say like, man, fuck these people, they can. They can make their
Yeah,
kids
yeah. I mean,
hate for no reason.
there is situation in Poland like this. There's some people that have absolutely no clue how the World War II was, but they remember it, and they are Germans are bad. Like, bro, I'm pretty sure not a single German from World War II is alive anymore. Maybe 10 of them, maybe, probably not. Those guys don't exist. Do the concept of what they were thinking exist? Yeah, but it exists in every single country. There are a lot of neo-Nazis in every single country. Fuck that. I'm not gonna like go against like some people just because their grandparents do something naughty. If we go if you go in the past in your
Yeah,
family tree, you're probably gonna find some motherfucker that you will not be
yeah,
proud about. It's
yeah. That's for sure.
normal thing.
It's all about just improving. It's about
Yeah,
looking at today and doing better today
yeah,
for a better
exactly.
tomorrow.
How are we gonna
That's
progress
all it
in
is.
anything if we're gonna fucking look into the past? Yeah, like look
Yeah,
at
like there
Mono.
was.
Do you see like mustaches on him and like he don't wait? He have mustaches. He literally have the same mustaches as the guy. Never mind.
I don't know.
Let me right back to Mono. That I'm really upset with him.
It's really interesting though, like how there was a to me there was an interesting thing how some people like hold that things that happened in the past over someone's head. Like I think a couple years ago, I might be misinforming here, but I do remember seeing that the president from Mexico
Hmm.
was asking um the president from Spain to apologize for their actions in like invading like Mexico or something back in the past.
Hmm.
And to me that is kind of wild. Like, bro, like that was like, yes, it happened, right? It was not a good thing that happened, but it's like these are different people, different generations. Like time flows, man. Like,
I'm gonna tell you a similar story. So 1 year ago or 2 years ago, because after World War II, when Germany lost, they were paying recompensations, we can say, to countries
mhm.
that they attack and stuff. And at that time, Poland was under boot of Russia, and Russia say, "Oh, Poland don't need it. They don't need to get that money."
Damn.
And it happens. And 2 years ago, Polish government, and it's what fucking moronic government, they say to Germans, "You need to pay it to us because you never pay it." And it's like everybody in Poland is like, yo, kind of too late. It's kind of too late to ask about it.
Yeah.
There was a lot of opportunities to resolve that. it's like one generation of people too far.
Yeah. It's like an ego thing, right? Like, oh,
It's,
they
it's,
need to do this.
I mean, it will be free money, so it will be free money. But and they want
Yeah.
to steer the shit. They want to steer the shit because the previous government of Poland was very against Germans. They were like very germophobic, I guess.
Oh, damn.
And
What is that called? Like xenophobia?
yeah,
Like
pretty much.
they hate someone?
Yeah, they were seeing enemies there all the time. And like they're gonna catch us. They're gonna catch us again. And surprise, surprise, they
Yeah.
didn't gonna get us, and even they standing on the same side of the conflict with Russians, even if there's a lot of disagreements. But yeah,
Yeah, same.
a question: what advice does Aniki have for Neil about life in general, if any? Wow, do you have any advice for me?
Any advice?
Oh yeah, free advice
Not
is always
really.
good.
I'm not an advice giver, you know? That's
Wow,
kind of like the worst
not even
thing.
single advice to me. Wow, I guess I'm not worth it.
It's not that. Would you consider advice like really valuable though?
I
Because
mean,
that's just
depend
someone
on
else's
what.
perspective, you know?
I'm open to see your perspective because you have completely different perspective than me. So
I
do
feel like
I?
for advice, someone has to ask for it, you know? You
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
just
Give me advice. Come on,
it feels rude when someone's just like
give me advice, bro.
giving advice for no reason, you know?
Give
In
me
my
advice right
opinion,
now.
I think it's rude.
I want
Yeah,
advice.
but for what though?
Oh,
That has
okay.
to be,
I all right.
you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. Give me advice. So I'm looking for another role play experience, but I don't want to play 5M and I don't want to play Red Dead Redemption. I'm looking for different experience, and uh, somebody recommended me Minecraft RP, but I'm not there yet. I'm like it's like a drug addict. I'm not there
Is
yet.
there RP on Minecraft?
There's a ERP even, but
The thing is, role play is anywhere, right? In my opinion, I
all
think
right.
role play is you can find it anywhere. I think it's more about finding the people rather than it's. Here's the thing about 5M. It was good because it was like a hub where there's gonna be those people, right?
Yes.
You know those people are gonna be there. The role play exists everywhere in any game. You can find those people, but it's just way harder.
So the thing is like, for example, let's say it.
Finding that hub is
If I
difficult.
find the place that you have a voice chat, the graphic is not disgusting, so it's not like fucking squares and Roblox. Do you will be willing to join me in RP? Because I can find the place and I know the people to ask. But the question is if you will be willing to like, oh, I'm gonna have a little bit of time and try it.
Uh,
Okay, he's saying no. He's like this is like the
yeah, I'm
girlfriend boyfriend
basically saying
situation.
no. It's because I'm not in the role play. I would be willing to try it. Simple answer, I would be willing to
Okay,
try it.
all right.
Long answer, I'm not in a role play mood right now,
Mhm.
but I'm always willing to try things like once, you know.
This is
I'm not
probably
I'm not
uh,
a
this is
I'm not
probably
a dick in
gonna be
that sense.
question from all the girls in the chat. What makes you be in the mood, Nikki?
Makes me be in the mood for what?
For role play, for role
For
play.
role play?
Yeah.
I just have to be motivated to not be myself, you know.
So you need to feel like
I don't
shit in
know.
your real life, pretty much. You're saying that,
Okay, no, that is not what I'm saying. I just gotta be like in the mood to like fucking lie, I guess.
No, right?
Because I mean, that's what it is, right? Like you're just fucking pretending to be. I don't know. You
Yeah.
got to
So
be ready to just pretend. You know,
pretty much
you have
spacing
to be
out from.
creative.
I mean, you are. I think you are creative.
Yeah, but it's like it comes and goes. You know, I think not everybody's creative like fucking 24/7. You know, I would love to be in a role play mood. I would have to have that creativity flowing in my head, plus people. You know, like the environment too. You know, like people to role play with back and forward.
So I have. When I'm looking for role play, I'm looking for a few things. I'm looking for a game that have voice chat because I think this must be is mandatory to have voice chat at this point.
Hmm.
The second thing is must have option to have server for a lot of people, and I can host it myself because I can keep 60 people on my internet and PC because it's gonna crash.
So it has to be like a server, like public server or something like that.
Could be. Or at least when you create server, it's
or
not you,
private.
yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I
Oh,
see.
people have outbreak. If you don't want to have outbreak, guys, you need to sub to the channel. Thank you. They're not gonna hear it because there's an outbreak there.
Yeah, man. The other day I got a 30-minute ad. Shit was
Really?
awful. No, I'm just fucking around. I'm fucking
Imagine
around, dude.
somebody have that like ad after ad, you know? I
I
mean,
gotta thank Glib for the gift sub.
yeah,
Thank
it's just he don't hear it because of the outbreak. I,
you. Oh
I mean,
my
it's a
god.
good time to take him so he don't gonna hear it, but you already say it. So the perfect time.
Clip it just for them.
Yeah.
Nah, but
So
yeah.
that's
Speaking
the
about
thing.
yeah, I think finding the hub is always the difficult thing. But the thing is, you can find roleplay anywhere. You can find that shit in
Oh yeah, yeah.
MMORPGs or anything. Like,
I
there's just
mean,
people who are fucking around role playing.
the thing is like, I would prefer something that is only because you have MMOs that people role play in, but the
Hmm.
servers are not dedicated to role play, so it's just group of people role
Oh
playing.
no,
But then you
yeah.
have this guy running and start saying N word or something in the background, so you don't want that.
Oh
You
yeah, yeah.
generally don't want that, you know.
That's right.
And there's
That's
also
wild.
the
Yeah.
option to rent the private server. There is an option, yes, I totally agree. But the thing is, like, I'm gonna make this probably in this weekend. I'm gonna find the games that they're gonna be capable to do that, and I'm gonna ask people that I was role playing it if they are willing to take a risk and do it, just to check it. You know,
Nice.
but that's gonna happen soonish. Uh, isn't VR all about role play? VR is more about ERP. I'm pretty sure.
There is role play. The thing about role play in VR, I feel like it's community based. Like, you can find them out in the wild, right? Like in public
Hmm.
servers. But like you said, no. Like, there could be people role playing, and then some fucking random shitlord comes in and just starts saying wild shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So those
So
people kind of create their own little hub, you know, like, all right, let me add all these people, and then slowly start creating this community of people who I can
I'm gonna
have
be
fun
honest
with.
with you. If I have a skill set to,
Isn't
uh,
that what Rafflegator does?
oh yeah, yeah, but his communities are like private as fuck. He like make this situation like that. Everybody can join, but everybody is muted, and there's events that to let you unmute yourself if you're gonna be show that you're a good role player in writing things down. This
Yeah,
is,
because you're trying to weed out all the like people who are just trying to troll and shit like that,
oh
you
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, and for sure there's gonna be a lot. I can
That's how
help
it
with
is, man.
that if you want. Gavin, I want all the help I can get. Yesterday I asked for help, and Galaxy said you should play Minecraft. Like, I don't think I need any help anymore. If that's gonna be, she
Should
was
play
like,
Minecraft.
but listen, bro. I was like, Galaxy, no. It's like, bro, but think about it. You can mod it. And it's like,
It,
I was like, motherfucker.
oh yeah, Minecraft with mods gets freaking crazy.
Oh, I still need to thank you for buying me Minecraft that I never played. Thank you, Anthony.
Nah, it's all right, man. I'm
Like,
not gonna hold that shit over your head.
you are not like Glitch.
It's like whenever you want to play it, you want to play. You know,
Glitch
simple
buy
as that.
me Yakuza, and he was like, "Bro, play." I was like, "Glitch, no, I'm not gonna." And then yesterday he tipped me. I was like, "I'm not your boyfriend. You can't buy me."
It's definitely Yakuza. A Minecraft I can understand if you don't want to play it because that shit could be boring to some people. Yakuza is like a fun story mode game. It's definitely how could I say it? You can get lost without you can get entertained without even doing the story mode. You know, like there's just so many little activities where you could be like spending hours on other stuff that doesn't even do the main quest.
I'm pretty sure it reminds me too much of GTA. That's why I don't want to do it because I still have PTSD with GTA and stuff.
Yakuza reminds me of GTA.
Yeah, it reminds me of GTA for some reason.
How so? Like what
Just
about
the
it?
way the game is created, like the how it's look and stuff. It just reminds me
Oh,
of
like
GTA.
graphically?
Yeah, yeah, it's just I know it's not the same, but it's
Yeah,
hitting that's the
yeah.
same spot in my head, and it's
I
like
feel you.
I'm done with GTA. I don't want to be part of this anymore. It's make me
Have you played
tired.
Cyberpunk?
Oh no, because I fuck CD Projekt. Like there's a company from Poland. They make Witcher a great game. They're supposed to be the chosen ones. They're supposed to bring the balance to the fucking gaming scene.
Isn't that CD Project Red too?
Yeah, and they released the fucking unfinished game and pretty much shit on everybody. And it's like, and everybody now is saying, "Oh, the game is good." I mean, it's like it's
Wait, they
supposed.
released the Witcher game in a bad state?
No, they released Witcher game in the good state, but they
Oh,
released Cyberpunk and it was unplayable. It was shit.
apparently it was a fucking the people who were bug testing the game or
Mhm.
some shit. I don't know. There's a lot of drama. I was reading into it.
I mean,
The people who were supposed to test the game didn't do shit,
I hear
and
the
then they
white
just said, "I
collars. I think
guess."
the white collars were make decisions, but
Yeah, they
I,
said, "Fuck it, let's start from scratch," and everybody was like, "What the
and the
fuck?"
thing is, like I'm pretty sure everybody there are adults. Yeah, the people that are in the leadership of that company, they are adults. Yes,
Yeah,
you can always say no. You can always say, "Hey, guys, we don't gonna release that. We worry about reputation. We want to have good reputation in the gaming scene."
yeah.
And if you're like white collar that give you money, say, "Oh, you need to release it or else," like then you just
I don't
go,
know. Wasn't there?
public with that, and you're saying, "Oh, we are get forced to release the game unfinished. We sorry." Pretty much,
Because they had already pushed the dates back, right? Like
yeah. Like
they had already pushed the dates back, and it was like, "Yo, we gotta drop something," you know?
I don't think you should get into the business with people that are forcing you to release unfinished products. If
Yeah.
you shouldn't do that. If they do it, they are fucking stupid. And
Just say, "Hey guys, we need more time.
it's like
Sorry,
guys, we have
suck it up."
reputation and we want to keep that. If you don't understand this, we can work together.
Yeah,
It's like
but it's tough, dude. It's like trying to see these companies like through a human being, like because we as humans are like that sometimes too. We get pressured, right? They're probably getting pressured by not necessarily like us like random civilians. They're probably getting pressured by investors more than
yeah,
anything.
yeah, but you can talk back to
Like, yo, we're
investors.
putting money onto you.
It's a simple thing to investors. Like, yes, you're putting
They're afraid of
money,
closing down.
in us, but we can give you more money if we're gonna release that game in the perfect state, and they can provide the things for in like, look, companies release shitty games, they losing money. This is bad because next
Yeah,
product they don't selling that well. So you want to grab the few bucks now, or you want to get a lot of bucks later. It's like, what kind of fucking investor you are if you don't understand what you are
yeah.
investing in? It's like,
The sad thing is there are some people who just want that temporary gain. They don't see long term.
and then
They're
don't
like,
make a
bro, just
deals
give me
with
my
them.
fucking money right now.
Then just don't make deals with them. You when you I don't have a lot of experience with business, but I assume that you talk with those people face to face and you say, guys,
Hmm.
this how much the time it takes to release the game in a finished state. It's we still could have shitty situation and we need more time. You're gonna get this amount of money because we do the analytics of it, and you're gonna get that much. And it's like, can you wait? And if they say no, we need to get some money before that, then we can work together. And Cyberpunk was CD Projekt Red have such a reputation after Witcher that I'm pretty sure they can get the good investors, like not the investors that they want to just money, 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 money.
Oh yeah, yeah, you're not wrong. They should have had all the like support they needed, right?
What have the wars launch No Man's Sky or Cyberpunk? No Man's Sky was playable at the beginning. The content that they promised wasn't there. Cyberpunk don't was unplayable. You know,
Like,
it's a different thing, I
yeah,
think. Because No Man's Sky, I was playing at the beginning of No Man's Sky. You can play that game. There was no bugs and stuff. It was working.
but it was just boring or what?
It was
No Man's Sky.
they promised a lot of things that were not there. They just lie to you. They pretty much fucking lie to you. But
That's a fucking
but
scam then.
but you can play. I was playing game for 70 something hours, and you can play that game. It wasn't
No
broken.
bugs. That's valid.
And
Yeah.
Cyberpunk, the game was there, but the guy was
It
T-posing
was
for
just
you,
fucking buggy, dude. I've played Cyberpunk like 3 times, and I just remember like on my third playthrough, it was still having graphic glitches. I was like,
Yeah.
what the hell's wrong with the sun, man?
I get on the
It's like,
fucking rant with somebody on TikTok, like they were saying, they were like Cyberpunk, the leader of CD Projekt was saying something about the games and stuff. So I was like, this is the last man that should say anything about anything at this point. And they were like, oh, Cyberpunk is, and they say something about Cyberpunk that is famous game and stuff. I was like, and I asked the question, Cyberpunk good? Question mark? And they
The
laughed.
anime saved it.
And they were
The
like,
anime they released saved that freaking game.
yeah,
I'm gonna be
they same
honest.
doing it with Fallout 76 now. They released the TV show. TV show is good. And you know what they did in 72? The 6, they start selling merch from the TV show.
Damn. Because I
Yeah,
remember people shitting on 76. Like, this game is so trash.
now it's good. But who cares now?
New hype? Oh my god, now I understand the lore, guys.
No,
I mean,
the game is
that is
finished
valid
now.
though.
The game is finished after it was released in
Yeah,
2018. Yeah. So now it's finished. Who cares?
it's too late.
Yeah, who cares now? I mean, the people will look again because it's like, oh my god, the TV show, let's play. Nostalgia trip, you know.
Yeah.
Like I was the person that installed 76 and see what's going on, but I was playing 2 months ago, so not a lot of things changed for me, you know.
I see. Yeah, some people liked it, some people hated it. I remember a lot of people around me were like, "Yeah, this game is shit. This shit's not like New Vegas."
No, I not even Fallout 4 is like New Vegas, but Fallout 4 it's a decent game. It's not a good game, but it's a decent game. And if you like post-apocalyptic games, you can play it and you're gonna enjoy
Yeah.
it. You're gonna enjoy it. New Vegas was
Didn't
created
really.
by different
I
company
played a little
too.
bit of Fallout 4. I didn't really play too much of it. It was good though.
It's good. It's not the game that you're gonna be like have wet dreams after that, and then you're gonna be like, I need to come back and play. But it's a game that you're gonna be like, okay, this was good experience. I like it, you know. Or if you have option to buy it for like $10, buy it, you know, pretty much situation.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not like Max Payne 2, for example, that this game is like when the game is over, you're still thinking about the game, how good it was.
Max Payne. Wait, you played Max Payne too?
The best Max Payne of Max Paynes. Never play with Max Payne. I play Max Payne 3 and I not recommend it playing. If you want to
You
have
played
like
Max Payne 1?
no, I was a kid when Max Payne 1 was in the thing. And I
Oh
never
damn.
played.
Yeah,
I'm waiting
Kraz
for
also told me that
remaster.
Max Payne 2 was like the best one.
It is.
So
It's
I
literally
gotta
the
get to
best.
playing that.
You should. The game is crazy, pretty much. It's still holding on to. Like it's still holding on.
The memories hit when you just say the name Max Payne 2. You just think about everything.
Oh, I mean the few parts of the games are so fucking good that you're gonna like. There's a lot of
Yeah,
Easter
don't
eggs.
spoil.
There's a lot of Easter eggs that you're gonna understand after finishing the game, pretty much. And you know that game was from what 2004, so something like that. So you know that's kind of
20 years ago.
yeah. So imagine it's. I think it's the game from the times that the creators still care about making the good games. You know, they were passionate about it.
I see.
And the sad thing
I
is like,
love
go on.
I just love like back then how when people were gonna release a game, it was like this shit has to be good because we're pressing it on a fucking disc. There's no room for fuck ups, you know? And if there's bugs, I mean, well, it's a bug, you know, and it stays in the game until they release a new copy of it, you know?
Yeah. And sometimes
Probably on the next edition.
at the beginning of internet you have this patch that they were like, but you need to know it where to look at for it to patch it.
Yeah. That's for like the fucking the technical people though.
Yeah.
there was patches.
There was like they patch it, but you need to like go deep into that. I don't know, 4chan or something.
People in the fucking forums, bro, like
This one IT
hey
guy.
guys, I fixed this. Some random some guy that knows how to program. Hey guys, I fixed this. Here's how you do it.
It's crazy. And
But
it's
yeah.
weird because sometimes when you get like bad copy of the game and you can play it and you're like, you know, like not working. And now you can redeem yourself on the Steam, for example, and at that time you can redeem shit because the people in the store gonna say, fuck yourself. It's like,
Yeah. But I like to think that a lot of people would they had extensive testing back then, you know.
oh yeah.
Um and these days with the whole internet release things that you could just download a game, I feel like devs have gotten a lot lazier because it's like they have the luxury of, oh, if something's broken, we'll just patch it later. We'll just update it later, you know?
It's
They don't have the same pressure as, hey, this is going to be on a fucking disc permanently and we're going to lose money if we fuck up. You know, they don't have the same pressure as back then. So I think they're just like they have that luxury, that fucking laziness to it that I could fucking cut corners here and I'll fix it later in a patch.
I think that people make this thing too because people like, oh, people telling, oh, because those people that make game are not guilty. The big, people on the top of the company are. Motherfucker, if you're gonna say that, they're gonna do it every single time because they don't care. Like, you fuck it up, fuck you. We don't gonna buy your shit. We don't gonna buy your next game. You can suck a dick,
Yeah.
pretty much.
The
So,
shit is people still gonna play it, you know?
yeah,
That's the
there are
issue that
people
people still play
that
it.
there are people that gonna be like, oh, maybe they don't have time. Motherfucker, you pay $60 for an unfinished product. If I give you half of the sandwich in the fucking store, and half of
Yeah.
it will be turd and fucking dirt, and you're gonna say the same. Oh, maybe this guy have bad day and he just shit in my sandwich.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, Jesus.
The
Wake up.
sad thing is like that is gonna keep happening. Like we're gonna continue getting fucked
Mm,
until we're getting mega fucked, and people are like, "Okay, you're taking it too far," you know.
yeah, pretty much.
It has to get to that point, that boiling point where it's like, "All right, this is way all right. I understood you were fucking me back then, and I was buying your product, but now you're really fucking me." So
Mm,
it has to get to that point. Sadly, I feel like the gaming industry's not gonna be fixed until that, you know,
it's
until
crazy.
that happens, until it gets to that point. Like, why do we have to wait until it gets that bad? You know,
Okay,
hopefully, I'm fucking just being like delusional, but I feel like personally, that's what's gonna have to happen for there to be a
it could be,
fix.
it could be, or somebody need to get fucked very hard. Then they're gonna be like, oh
Yeah,
wow, there's somebody fucking me here. Like, crazy.
yeah. Like some people are like, oh, I'm okay with someone just fucking putting the tip in, but once they're
Yeah,
really getting fucked, it's like, all right, no,
yeah, you
all
need to
right, now
stop.
take
You
this
need to
shit,
stop, sir. You
fix this shit.
need to stop, sir, right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, don't say that to him, Glitchy. Bro. That's disgusting. They ask you if you're a mobile gamer. Jesus, so
My God,
disrespectful.
you just reminded me that I have a Clash of Clans. Thank you. I haven't checked on my island in a while.
At least you should share code with people. Should you like share
Oh
code?
fuck no! I will never.
Mm. I was
I am not
doing
accepting client
Riot
invites.
Shadow Legends, and you know what's the most disgusting thing? I was start playing this game of like, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it very much.
Nah.
I get
All
sponsored
jokes aside,
from other game right now.
really?
Yeah, but it's like
You got
some
a
mobile.
sponsor right now?
Yeah, but I'm not participating because it's like,
Like you got the offer. Yeah.
yeah, I get AFK Journey. That sounds too much like fucking GTA.
AFK Journey sounds like, oh yeah, because some people just fucking farm receipts.
Yeah.
No, I'm fucking joking, but I mean, it's true though. I say I'm joking, but it's true. Some people would just farm receipts. Um, yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna check it
I
later.
have not.
Maybe I will do it. I don't know.
That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, yeah. I need to stream 3 hours. I need to. I have 8 days to finish. I need to make people play it, and I can get the total of the money you can get is thousand something dollars. But this is not for normal person. Big streamer. Max payout $1,115. That sounds a lot.
That's if you get 1 billion people to play it.
Yeah, pretty much. All right, Annie.
Yes.
This was a pleasure. This was amazing trip. We know a little bit more about you. Where people can find you, like if they want to, find you as a streamer, where they can go.
You can find me on my Twitch channel.
All right.
I believe it's in the title. I believe it's like hot linked on Nell's title today. Or Twitter or Discord.
All right. Give me a moment.
Whichever ones you want.
I'm gonna go to your thing,
That's the way to reach me.
and I'm gonna put the links in the chat so people can reach you. Uh, so
Yeah, if you go on
remember,
my channel, there should be hot link there.
hot link.
No, I mean like if you go on my channel, like Twitter and Discord and all that should be there. If anyone wants to
Yeah,
like
yeah, I see it. But
get in touch or whatever.
I'm just gonna give it either way too because people are lazy. No, you don't even
Appreciate it.
You don't even know how lazy people are. It's like you can click that, that link that I put you. I don't know. It sounds hard. Last minute face reveal.
Last minute face reveal. I don't have no camera hooked
Mm.
up.
We
I have a
we
microscope. That's about
we,
it.
we know that he lied because we see his hands on the stream. He have hands reveal
Yeah,
if you look to his channel.
I've done hand review. I'm not
Yeah, he,
afraid.
he he could be like hands model.
The
Uh,
day I accidentally face reveal is gonna be the day I just say, "All right, fuck it, guys."
yeah, and then you're gonna go only if it's and stuff.
Yeah, I will, dude.
All right,
I'm
Annie.
gonna become part of the adult industry. I'm gonna be like, be sure to click. What do people fucking say? What do those bathtub streamers used to say? Click here to see all my links or some shit.
I don't know.
Guys, go to my Twitter. Go to my Twitter if you want to see the good shit. Basically,
I'm
that's what I'm
so
gonna have to
afraid that
start
you
saying.
asking me like I know that. Like how do I know
No, I
that?
don't know. I'm just because it used to be. I don't know if you ever got that shit when you're like you open the Twitch and on the front page that's the first thing you see.
No, never. I don't have
For a
that.
long time, that's been like for me. I don't know if they got rid of the meta because I haven't seen those in a while.
Most of the time when I open my front page, I see you like streaming. So
Dude, like I remember like a couple months ago when I would open the front page, you would see someone in a fucking, and I would always click like do not recommend channel and they would still show it.
I mean, from what I know, I could be wrong about
It
this,
is
but
not, it wasn't on the recommended
yes,
channels. This was like
I
on
was
just
saying
regular
that
browsing.
they recommended you the thing that you click in the most, pretty much.
No, no, no.
I was studying Google Analytics. I know things about things like that. I know how
It
the
was
bots
like front
recommended things
page
for you.
shit, dude.
I
You know
mean,
what I'm talking about? The carousel, the thing where they have like the streamers on the top, dude. The ones that
I know.
autoplay.
I'm fucking with you. I know absolutely
I
that.
was like, nah.
I was
I remember
I,
seeing people like in a fucking bathtub, like
I'm just
it's
gonna
just
be
like,
honest with
yo,
you. There's so much content of that in the past Twitch that is literally no dodging that. It was there all the time. Uh,
I
uh,
do not fucking follow these channels, man.
Aniki, do you gonna stream right now?
I'm gonna
Yeah,
stream,
do you gonna start the
perhaps,
stream?
maybe in a
Okay.
bit.
Oh, like start the stream. I'm gonna chat a little bit. I'm gonna, wrap this up.
Nah,
Come on, do it. No walls. I'm gonna send.
nah, man. I need a break. I need a break. I
Oh,
need a
okay.
mental break.
All right,
I need a
guys.
mental break.
You have the links up.
Send them to someone.
Follow Aniki. Give him some love. He's a great guy.
Appreciate it
And
though.
yeah, thank you for talking with me. It was amazing. See you soon, my man.
See you, man. Take care. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it. It was good chatting with you
All right.
on a more deep level.
In a more
Appreciate
deep
the
level.
invites.
All right.
And it was fun answering some questions for all you guys.
Yeah, remember, guys, follow him. Follow him. At least 3 follows there. At least. All
Hey
right.
guys, remember it's hump day today.
Yeah. All right. Ciao, ciao, my man. Okay, guys. So that was Aniki Brach. Again, links in the chat. Everything you want to know about him is here. So we're getting more and more people. On the 2023, I think, we're gonna have Galaxy Tweak on the in the chat. She's another Mexican person, but I think she born in Mexico. Now tell us how you really feel about him. I think he's a great guy. I will never invite him or keep him as a friend if I think differently about Annie. I really think he's a great guy. So how many of you guys we have today? I think we have a lot of it. So we can go to Nord Trayan. I'm gonna stream later. I don't know what yet, guys, but I'm gonna come back. I need to take my. Never tell him that I put the silk shirt on myself just for him. You see, and he never said that. He was like, "Oh, Neil, nice silk shirt that you just put for me." No. Okay, guys, we're gonna rate Prey and see you in like 3 hours, 4 hours. I'm gonna send you information in the Discord. Oh, you see, now he noticed. I'm sending you to the